Hey guys, J-Man here in the Phantom Zone. Today is just our weekly kind of hanging out, talking about whatever's come out last few days. We got what do we got? We got Moon Knight trailer. I guess we can talk a little bit about that. Peacemaker. I'm all caught up. I've got. I think I'm one or two. I'm one behind on. I'm one behind on Nightwing comic and one behind on. What's the other one? Detective. But we can still talk about them. And we're just going to keep it really loose and see what people think. And let's bring in our first panelist. Hey, Steve.
Hey, J-Man.
Sean's going to come in a little bit later, and Arkham's going to come in as well. Okay. So there's Arkham already in the chat. Hey, how's it going, dude? So I sent you a link whenever you're ready. If you want to come on, and we'll talk. And Ron, how's it going, dude? Read about the new Moon Knight story.
Yeah, he was Hannibal Lecter in Hannibal Rising. I quite liked him in that role.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I didn't see Hannibal Rising. Was that all right?
Well, to give you an idea, I kept it. I only kept 4 Hannibal Lecter things: Silence, Manhunter, Hannibal Rising, and of course Hannibal the TV show. Everything else I got rid of.
Oh, you didn't like Red Dragon the movie?
I didn't need it. I had Manhunter, which to me was the better version of that story, and then right. Hannibal was the actual book, pretty much, like more or less. So Red Dragon was sort of derivative to me. It didn't. I got nothing from it that I wouldn't have got from Manhunter. I thought Manhunter did it better, and Hannibal did it more accurately. So.
Yeah, I don't own any of these things. I own Manhunter, the movie.
Yeah.
Which I really liked, and I think that's the only thing I have. My horror movies are right here. No, I think I only have Manhunter. That's literally the only thing I have. Loved Red Dragon. Yeah, I also liked Red Dragon. If you've seen Manhunter, I think maybe Manhunter was. I think I liked Manhunter better the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what's more the book. I read the book after, so I had seen Red Dragon in the theater and thought it was really good. And then I watched Manhunter, the movie, and I thought, wow, this is really good. And then I read the book. So Red Dragon is the only book I read of the Hannibal series. I don't know if that's the best one, but the thing is, I really like, what's the guy, the main guy, the good guy?
Oh, Peterson. William Peterson.
No, the actor. The character.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. That's terrible. Anyways, I really like that character, and I don't like Clarice that much. Or I don't hate Clarice, I just don't care about her. I have to look it up. Hold on.
Yeah, I actually tried to give the show Clarice a shot. I lasted 3 episodes, and I'm like...
Yeah. Will Graham,
yeah.
Yeah, so you watched 3 episodes?
Yeah, I could only watch 3. It's so generic. I was like, there's nothing to this.
Well, it's weird because I read the book after, so I don't remember exactly. But Manhunter got some things better.
Yeah.
And then Red Dragon got other things better. But Red Dragon basically put Hannibal Lecter in a larger role because Anthony Hopkins was so, pumped up because of his portrayal. But Hannibal Lecter doesn't really do anything in Red Dragon. It's really just Will Graham, who's the main guy.
And that's why, I think Manhunter and the Hannibal TV show
were the best.
Were the better adaptations. So it goes back to, if I'm going to watch anything like Red Dragon related, I'll go to either Manhunter or Hannibal. Which
the Hannibal TV series is like 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah. Like, all due respect, hot take, Anthony Hopkins. I know everyone loves him, but Mads Mikkelsen was Hannibal Lecter. He
great.
was awesome.
Moon Knight is a very cool name. It is.
He is. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'll watch it.
We're gonna watch it. We're all gonna watch it for sure, and we'll talk about it for sure,
Yeah.
of course.
Did you see what was it called? Peacemaker with the I think it's the white dragon, the white dragon suit. Remember?
Man, that was killer.
The white dragon.
Oh my god! I texted Sean. I could show you my text. Sean hadn't seen the episode. I watched it right away, and Sean's like, "Oh, how's the dragon look?" I was like, I said, "Let me show you your judge for yourself," and I could literally show you the text. You can't tell by this camera, but like, there's the text. And I'm like, he's like, "Holy shit!" It's like he literally said, "Oh shit."
Do you think there might be a fight between like White Dragon and Peacemaker? Because it feels like his father does not really like Peacemaker.
No, he doesn't. Okay, this is my second favorite DCEU character is Vigilante. I think I love Vigilante. So
I love that prison scene.
Yeah, that was the best thing ever. I was friggin' cheering. He just comes in. He's like, "Hey, let's talk about what contributions the Black community has made that you're most excited about." And they're just like, "What?" He's like, "Let's talk. Oh, you want to go first?" Oh my god!
Vigilante's a badass in the show.
I
love the third. I like the third episode where he just has no problem gunning down the whole family.
Yeah, he's like, "I'll do it." He's like, "I'll just do it." So I've been reading. So basically, I picked up Teen Titans Annual #2, which is the first appearance of Vigilante in costume. The first appearance of Adrian Chase is a previous issue of Teen Titans. I don't have that one, but the first appearance of Vigilante in the proper costume, which is Peacemaker. His costume in Peacemaker is exactly the comics. His attitude is not. He's very serious. He's a very serious, because I started reading it today. In fact, I read Annual #2 today. It was a very good story. He's better in this. Well, his attitude is more like he was in Arrow, right? Remember in Arrow?
Yeah.
Did you see him in Arrow, Steve? Peacemaker or Vigilante in Arrow? Did you watch all of Arrow? I can't remember.
I saw the first 2 seasons, and then I started watching from season 6 onwards. So I missed 3 to 5.
I watched it. I watched all the seasons. Like I gave the whole season, every season a chance. I didn't like the suit. Like for this, I like the suit in Peacemaker. It's more. It looks like Peacemaker. Not Peacemaker. Vigilante. It looks like Vigilante.
Superman.
And I don't mind the different iteration. Like, to be honest, I really like Vigilante in Peacemaker. It's weird.
He's like, dude, I'm telling you, Wonder Woman's my favorite DCEU character, but my second favorite DCEU character is Vigilante. I think I might be just being crazy, but I have to seriously think about it and try to rank them. But I absolutely love him. Every scene he's in, he's the best. Even when he doesn't have the mask on, he's funny. And he's like, when he's doing that facial thing, he's like, he's like, what are you doing? He's like, well, then if I keep moving my face, they won't be able to recognize me.
I like the idea where, I think it's in episode.
Yeah, Adrian Chase, that's right.
I like the idea in episode 3 where, Peacemaker didn't give the person information and let Vigilante get tortured, and I kind of feel like Vigilante now has a little grudge towards Peacemaker now.
He does, yeah. He's a little bit, but they kind of hashed it out in the car where he's talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, he goes, I want to thank you for letting me get tortured while you sat there." he goes, "I feel like you're not thanking me." It's like, yeah, no, I really am.
Oh no, I am.
I know. Yeah, he was Adrian. So he was Adrian Chase. So he was Adrian Chase, and then he became Prometheus. So that was.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Like,
I didn't like that either. So did you remember that one? When was that, Arkham? Do you remember what season?
I think that was season
5.
5. I think that was season 5. It was before that horrible season of Damien Dark.
Yeah. Okay,
after that horrible season of Damien Dark.
I mean, looking back on it now, Arrow is the best CW show because
Yeah.
now they've all gone so well. Superman and Lois is still there.
Yeah, Flash went. It was start
Flash is
good
hell.
and boom,
Flash went down.
Went downhill very. I don't see a point of.
It went down in season 3. It sort of revitalized season 4 and 5. Then it started to go down again halfway through season 6.
Yeah.
And then 7 it really cratered, and 8, which is
just abomination.
Yeah,
like this is like
it's over, Johnny.
You know, the first 2 or 3 flashes were like I was like thinking, wow, this is a pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was pretty stellar. Like I liked it.
Yeah, like my favorite seasons. I really liked the season where it had Zoom. Like
he was cool.
I like season 1 with the reverse flash.
Yeah,
for sure.
Season I didn't mind Savitar. Like it was okay. I like the Savitar from the comics more, to be honest.
Sure.
Savitar, the season 3 was just drawn out too long. Like, Iris was going to die every they just dwelled on that. It was,
and she's not going to die. So why? It was just taking too long to get that going.
And the one thing that I did not like, I think it was season 4.
Hey, Sean.
I did not like season 4 with I like that the Thinker is a good character in the comics. It's just it was implemented not very well in this.
It went 4. Like this. Like some of the stuff with the Thinker was really good, but other stuff, especially with the wife, it got a little bit much. Where it's like, is she the Thinker? Like I don't understand. Like it was just.
I don't like the idea. Yeah. I didn't like the idea. I don't think it was in season 4. It possibly could. I didn't like the idea of Iris West take the Flash's powers,
like, running the Flash.
And then my favorite. Okay, so my wife checked out mentally around when Iris was literally telling Flash what super moves to do. She's like, "Okay, Barry, use your punch now, run." And it's like, why are you telling the Flash what to do in battle? Like that was irritating. And I was like, this is kind of pissing me off. But then we stuck around, and it did get better. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, after season 3 was a bunch of crap and I hated it."
I hated.
There's some cool.
I hated parts. We Are the Flash. I hated that.
Yes. I hate. Yes.
Like I do.
We are not the Flash.
I do understand the reference towards the lightning rod because in the comics that was actually Wally West and who's his girlfriend?
It's what's her name? I want to say it's a J name now. He's married to her in the latest issue, and I can't remember her name now.
Yeah, he said, she's my lightning rod and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That wasn't a Barry Allen thing. That was a Wally West
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. He's married to her right now. Crap, and the latest issue just came out. I
think it's Linda.
Maybe. Yeah. That's bad. That's not good. If you don't remember the name.
Yeah, let me see.
Number one selling Batman comic of December was number one selling comic book was Batman, of course. No, none of the Superman titles, none of the other ones made the top 50. It's all Batman titles in the top 50 and Marvel and a couple of Boom Studio stuff. And it's like, what happened to Son of Kal-El? Everybody was all behind that. And they're like, yay, this is the greatest. There's literally a picture of Son of Kal-El like protesting with signs. And it's like, it's got climate change and all this stuff. I'm like, really? Like
Linda Park.
That's it. Yes.
She's not. I know she's not a very popular character. That's probably why not a lot of people remember.
All this stuff. Like I was reading, it wasn't only that Batman and Marvel comics were top 50. Batman comics were top 50 for DC. 48. There was 2 that weren't. One was Justice League Incarnate, and one was the Wonder Woman one.
Yeah. I really like. I read. I think Justice League Incarnate issue 2. Mm-hmm. They introduced like a Batman Who Laughs again. Like I really like it's an alternate version of Batman Who Laughs, but I always liked that evil kind of version of that dark universe and having implemented in the multiverse. Like it's always intriguing to me. It's just awesome. Like I always liked it.
So the Batman's going to be 3 hours. Man, Sean is going to be so angry because he won't be able to take a piss as usual.
I don't go to the bathroom when I see a movie anyway.
Me neither, but I was a champion. I can hold it for like 8 hours.
I gotta say, 3
Batman's
hours.
not gonna kill in this movie.
He might kill the audience.
Yeah,
What's up?
I mean, are they going to show the Riddler going to Home Depot and buying a whole bunch of like,
Oh yeah,
duct tape?
I'm just very happy that I have a Batman that doesn't kill. Like I've always wanted that because like to me, for Batman, the full iteration is the Batman that doesn't kill, and I always wanted a Batman in live action to not kill.
let's see how this goes. I mean, I don't care about runtimes. It doesn't affect me because like I can watch a long movie. It doesn't matter. But
it depends how long it is.
Well, the problem for me is that like, is it actually going to be 3 hours of interesting things going on?
Actually, it's
right?
not three. Like, it's not technically 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 55 minutes.
Oh, what Okay, dude, come on. That's 3 hours. Come on. It's like it's basically 3 hours.
What are you going to? I already know who's behind it. So, what are you going to show me for 3 hours? That's the question.
Like, this is the thing. It's like, okay, it's definitely like the Riddler is definitely the main villain, right?
Right.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, well, that's. I mean, we'll see how.
Imagine he's not the villain, and it was like a whole different villain behind the Riddler. That would be cool.
Oh, Sean, I didn't do your intro. Let me remove you.
Yeah.
I gotta do the official. I gotta officially announce him. There you go. Now you're official.
Sure. All right.
Okay, so 3 hours Batman runtime. What do you think, Sean?
It's almost 3 hours or 3 hours?
2 hours and 55 minutes and 55 seconds and half of 1 second.
It's almost 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 55 minutes.
No extra large drink for you, Sean.
Yeah, don't order the large drink.
I think that filmmakers can't edit themselves, and this has to stop at some point, man. It's like, come on. You can convey information and tell emotional stories without 3 hours. Like, you can do that. So, are there 10 characters in this thing to balance? Like, what's going on?
Maybe.
So the question I have is, and Ron brought it, he's like, enough time to develop all the characters. What character development do we need? We know who the characters are.
Right.
Yeah, like this is
fourth. You have a scene that sets up something you follow through with another scene. It's storytelling. You only need 3 hours, but sure.
Yeah, like okay, like so what I was saying is that the runtime doesn't matter to me. If it's 3 hours, I don't care. I can watch 3 hours.
Don't bring an extra large soda.
Yeah, I watched the 3.5 hour Watchmen, no problem. I could do Watchmen 3.5 hours. No, I can do that, no problem. I do Ben-Hur 4 hours, no problem. I do Lawrence Arabia. I can do all these long movies, no problem. Like yesterday, I watched the two Shaw brothers, the Shaolin, two. I watched that, and they were 2 hours each. So that was 4 hours. So I mean, I could do that, no problem. Yeah. But the thing is that is there actually going to be enough things happening?
Right.
Like Watchmen, 3.5 hours. Actually, there's a lot going on in Watchmen, and there's not really a lot you can cut. Like you can only cut so much.
But he was taking straight from the source. Like that. This means that in the script, something happens every 2 minutes. It's like if we watch this movie and at the end of it, I can sum it up by Batman has to prove himself by doing blah. Like I can sum it up in a couple sentences, then probably this doesn't need to be 3 hours. Like there needs to be stuff happening. Right. And it can't be like The Dark Knight, when they went to Hong Kong or whatever, that threw me. Because you could cut that whole thing out. You don't even need it.
In early screenings of the Batman, it was actually supposed to be 4 hours.
Yeah, that's brutal. That like
Dark Knight is lucky enough. It's gonna be 3 hours because they're not. They're not gonna be messing around with like this is what because like I remember I think it was in an interview and stuff like that Matt Reeves told them that that if they mess with his movie he's walking, so they're leaving him alone. So like this like even if it's 3 hours or not, this is what Matt Reeves.
The problem is we can't judge Batman stuff. As I was pointing out earlier, all of the Batman titles are in the top 50 selling comic books. And with the exception of one or two other titles, there's no other DC comics in the top. If you look at that site that posts the top 50, so it's literally all the Batman titles. Anything Batman related is going to do well. You can't judge it fairly. Like some people don't like Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, who cares? Because a lot of people like Batman and they're gonna see it. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It doesn't matter. Dark Knight Rises is way too long.
Yeah,
it'll make a shit ton of money. It doesn't matter.
Like
so
Batman's popular, right?
Right. It's going to come down to what do we think as individuals, and should this be that long? Think about it this way: BVS was 3 hours, right? And it's like that has the two biggest comic book characters ever created.
How long was the
screen.
Ultimate Cut?
I don't remember. How long was the Ultimate Cut?
No, the Ultimate Cut is around 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the theatrical was like 2.5 hours or something like that. But honestly, like, let's not get into BVS.
No. I'm just saying
anybody. I'm
just saying that, like, like, why does it like?
Like, why are they fighting? What, like letters with lipstick on it?
No, I know. My point is that you have two huge comic characters in it. So you're going to have, if you think of it as 90 minutes for Superman, 90 minutes, that's not what happened. But if it was 90 minutes for Superman stuff, 90 minutes for Batman stuff, and then they kind of fight, right?
Truth does have a point that if this
for sure, I know.
So if this is a massive success, goodbye 1 hours and 2 hours. It's gonna be all 3 hour movies.
Well, man, you've always said that, like, you welcome the big 3 hour movies. For this thing, like, I'm the only one in the world that's not impressed by what I see in the trailers, because it just seems like all dark stuff we've seen before.
Yeah, I'm not impressed either. No,
I'm really Batman. Okay, what else is happening in this thing?
First of all, I say movies need to be 100 minutes. That's my thing. 3 hour movies are okay. I'm not saying I'm okay with 3 hour movies. I'm saying I'm okay with 3 hour movies if they need to be 3 hours. It's like not if they don't need to be 3 hours. Like Dark Knight Return, whatever the Dark
Rises.
Knight. No, not Rises. What's the middle one? Dark Knight. Yeah, the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is. I hardly ever watch that because it's way too long. And yeah, the Hong Kong stuff I don't care about at all. You could literally chapter through the whole thing. It's like I don't care. Let's get to Joker. Right?
I think Dark Knight's too long.
It's way too long. I don't care about if Joker isn't doing stuff or Batman himself, then I don't care. Anytime he's Bruce Wayne, I don't care about what's going on with Bruce Wayne at all in that movie.
I don't like the suit. I don't like
the suit either. Batman Begins is too long. I think Batman Begins is too long, and I like Batman Begins. But too long.
Batman Begins is an origin story.
It doesn't matter.
I'm fine with Batman Begins.
No, it's too long.
I'm fine with Batman.
It's do you think that Superman the movie's too long?
No, because Superman's origin is interesting. It's on a different planet.
No, Batman Begins is too long because you have more Katie Holmes and
Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises was born and too long.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
20% less Katie Holmes. Like,
if you got 20% less Katie Holmes, that would be a better movie. Sorry.
I think they should have just had Ra's al Ghul and not ruin Scarecrow in that movie.
That would have been helpful.
That would have been my only. That's my only gripe on that.
I don't like how they did Ra's al Ghul. Like it's not technically Ra's al Ghul, where's the Lazarus pit or anything like that. Like there's no Lazarus pit.
I remember before that movie came out, they sold this like $200 statue of Ken Watanabe. And everyone in the comments was like, I don't think he's gonna be Ra's al Ghul in this though. Like who bought that thing?
I know he's not. No,
Ra's al Ghul.
The problem is like I can't rewatch for me, superhero movies are let's throw it in and watch it. This is why I would watch a lot of these movies like many times, like The Shadow and The Phantom. Like I'd watch these movies over and over and over and over again. Because it's they're 100 minutes, maybe 2 hours or just under 2 hours. The first two Batman Returns and Batman 89, they're 2 hours. They're an hour and they're 2 hours and 6 minutes or something like that. Or
with
whatever.
Me, I'm fine with the time. I watched the trailers. I love the trailers.
2 hours is enough.
Like Riddler's look, it is what it is. But I like to me when I watch the trailer. I'm excited for the movie. That's how I judge the movie.
He literally has duct tape. I'll never get over it.
Nope.
I can't get over it. It's like
he'll duct tape you to the chair.
Yeah, he's using the handyman's secret weapon.
It's true.
Which is duct tape, right?
That's the man. You duct tape everything.
He's gonna duct tape everything up.
I duct taped my fender once. It
Um,
worked.
By the way, there's this you can search this on thing. There I saw this guy who's like an ex-military spy or something. He shows you how to get out of duct taping if your hands are duct taped together, eh? You can you can go if you push forward and extend as you go, no matter how much you duct tape him, he'll rip out of it.
Yeah.
Just find a knife. That's all you need.
No, he did it just like this. He's like, and he talked about all the ways that they get out of cuffs and stuff. And he's like, and they have laces that like they can saw, like if they can get their shoelace is made of this twine that'll cut through plastic and stuff. It's really neat. You should Google that just for. I like to Google random information.
The tickets go on sale February 10th.
I don't think they're going to be I don't think we're going to be seeing it in the theater
No,
here.
yeah. When is this out in March?
March.
We'll be seeing
March.
it.
The tickets go on sale February 10th.
The theaters are reopening in Ontario January 31st.
And then they're closing.
And then they're closing
February
2nd, right?
28th or whatever, yeah.
February 2nd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what they do in Canada. They open it all up, and then
To
Sean
get your
and I
hopes
saw-
up, we squeaked right under the door
yeah.
for Spider-Man.
For Spider-Man.
They closed everything on the Saturday,
Yeah.
and we got tickets for the Thursday. And I was like every day I was checking because they give updates every afternoon, and
Why are they
these big
closing
press
things
conferences.
down?
And I told J-Man like, okay, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Because I heard they're closing, and I was like, they're closing Saturday, so we're good for Thursday.
Yeah, we got Thursday night tickets, and they closed Saturday. So no, because of COVID, they're closing it. They're closing it down. So
Yeah,
cases
we're cautious here.
It was like 10,000 cases.
Yeah,
or
where
something.
I am, they don't close anything
No, I know
down
that.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like say like go wherever you want now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were supposed to go to a comic show. Sean and I were supposed to go to a comic show next Sunday, and that
I
got
know you can't
postponed
plan
until
for
March.
anything anymore, man.
You can't plan for stuff. MCU is crushing it. Yeah, I mean,
I had savings, and
I think
Well-
MCU was sort of saved by Spider-Man from what I've been hearing.
yeah, and that was half Sony or more Sony.
More
than
Sony
Marvel.
than, yeah.
yeah.
Because like Marvel was just a disaster.
So you
Well,
won't be able
apparently,
to see the movie?
What's
Huh?
his name? Shapek sent
Pardon?
out a letter, and he was like basically saying, we have to start aligning to what the audience wants, which is like, well, that's a good idea. You should probably do that.
That's
Yeah,
bullshit
probably.
till I see it. I heard all about that. And there's
I know.
another meeting where they I can't remember her name. The second in command
Yeah,
was just
I
like
know who you're
destroying
talking about.
guys and
Yeah.
but like I'll believe it when I see it.
Yep.
I think at some point like there has to be a tide that turns because there are dollar like consequences right now that we're seeing,
Yep.
So yeah, I mean they have nothing. They have no cachet from the sequel movies. Like there's nothing they can take from that and turn into like an investment in terms of like merchandise and stuff. Like no one cares about the three main principles. So it's like, what do you do with that, right?
Well,
Talk about the MCU.
Doctor Strange extensive reshoots 6 days a week for 6 weeks. Miss Marvel's been pulled again, extensive reshoots.
The reason why Miss Marvel's been pulled is they're missing the director that's working on Batgirl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they didn't plan for it, because they didn't know they had to reshoot so much.
Yeah, I don't think like I mean
It's
Marvel carries
like-
a lot of name in its or a lot of weight in its name, so people might see these things because it's Marvel, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think people are going to be too pumped for this Captain Marvel stuff or this other and She-Hulk. She-Hulk just relaunched #1. I picked up #1. I read it. It was okay. And
I
then
don't like Nerd Hulk.
I don't like that Hulk either. Nobody likes that Hulk. Like,
No.
nobody likes that. And I'm a big Hulk guy. This entire bottom shelf is all Hulk toys. It's like, and Hulk sucks. So, and then She-Hulk, we have to see what they're going to do with She-Hulk.
So what Marvel titles, J-Man, are like? Because I was watching a video where this guy's like, Marvel's killing DC in the comic titles, and I'm like, okay, but what comics are doing it? I don't know.
All of them. It's like Avengers, Spider-Man. I can bring up the site. I can do. You want to do like what? November maybe or just December? December
Sure.
top selling.
Yeah, December award.
Yeah. So Batman number whatever. What was Batman 118 or what was the one that just came out? 118 or
119 was it or?
Yeah, so that one would be number one, and then everything else is under Batman. Batman is still the top selling guy, so top selling comics.
I like the other ones, other comic books I picked up too. I just like Batman more.
Yeah. Okay, so let me share my screen
because I have Batman picture.
All right, let's take a look. We know you love Batman. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look here. Top selling. This is December. Batman number 118. Then it was Devil's Reign, which is Marvel. Venom, number 2. Inferno, that's X-Men. Then Berserker, that's Boom. That is Keanu Reeves's comic. Then it was Hulk. Amazing Spider-Man 80. Amazing Spider-Man 81. Amazing Spider-Man, by the way, is one per week. It's weekly.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I'm caught up to it. Then it was Avengers, Hulk number 1, Trial of Magneto, Star Wars, Batman, Amazing Spider-Man, Batman, Fear State, Venom, Dark Knights of Steel, Batgirls, Amazing Spider-Man, again 82, Star Wars, Moon Knight, Daredevil, because Moon Knight's current,
it's coming out.
Timeless, which is Marvel, Batman 1 Dark Knight.
Oh, that's
Batman
very good.
89.
Have you read that?
No, I haven't read that yet. Batman 89 made it into the top 25. Then Avengers, X-Men, Joker, Devil's Reign. Look, where is Detective Comics? Like Nightwing, there's nothing. There's no Superman, there's no nothing. Where's all the DCs? It's all Batman. If you're not a Batman title, no one cares. And actually, Super Action Comics is not too bad.
Yeah.
Right? Like
to
Comics
me,
is not too bad.
when I think of this, it's like people pick up what they want. Like, oh, that's cool.
And they want Batman. They don't want Devil Dinosaur, Sean, so you can change your name to Devil Dinosaur, but nobody wants that.
But like I've been reading, like yes, people pick more Batman, but I see other people like pick up everything and stuff like that. So it is what it is. Like to me, like I just don't pay. To me, I just don't pay attention to the top 10. Like it's cool that a DC comic book reaches the top 10 from a website or something like that.
The sad thing is, though, is that DC should just rebrand themselves Batman. Like, if you dropped all the other DC titles, it seems it wouldn't matter. Like, financially, it would just be like, okay, whatever. They're now just the Batman company.
They are the Batman company.
Yeah,
it's like that's what they are, and that's actually the sad thing about it. It's like they have so many great characters, and Batman's on because the problem is that Batman is selling on his name, but the Batman comics are pretty good.
Yeah,
they're almost all of them are pretty good.
Yeah,
actually, right? Arkham, is there any Batman or Batman related title that you think is maybe not as good or a bit weak?
No, I just don't pick up Batman 89. That's all.
Yeah, I stopped it. I didn't like it.
Like I'm not
regular stuff.
I don't pick, like, for me, I just don't like picking up movie comic books. It's just not my kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just don't like. To me, I just like reading comic books, not movie comic books that tie into movies. Like I just don't like it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that too.
No, I don't like the modern movie tie-in comics, but like old school, like I got a pile of them.
They
used to do like quality stuff. So,
Superman 78 is not too bad. He's fighting Brainiac and stuff. It's okay. Action Comics is good. Wonder Woman is like okay. Batman is really good. Detective is good.
I like Nightwing. Nightwing's awesome.
Nightwing is really good. I like Robin a lot.
I really like. I've been liking. Was it Titans or Teen Titans or Titans Academy, whatever it's called.
Whatever it's called. Yeah, I haven't read any of the Titan stuff.
Yeah. Suicide Squad's pretty good. Like I've been reading it.
I stopped Suicide Squad just because of money, not because I didn't like it.
Supergirl, Supergirl. Supergirl's pretty good. Like I like the interesting idea where she's under like a planet under a red sun, where she has no superpowers and she has to she can't rely on her superpowers. I like that kind of survival idea.
Yeah. That's the Woman of Tomorrow, right? So I read the first 3 issues of that. So I'll just finish that when it's completed. It's like 10 issues or something or whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like I like it. what else? Son of Kal-El is pretty good. I really like that. And etc. Like I just been liking like I haven't had any issues with any of them. Robins are pretty good. Like some are better than others, but like a lot of the DC comics are pretty good.
So this is Moon Knight. So I read the first 2 issues of Moon Knight. I grabbed number 1 when it came out. I read the first 2. It's not too bad. So this is like this was issue 2, I believe. Yeah, this is issue 2. So I read this one, and they're up to like number 6 or 7 now, I think. Of
That
Moon
cover
Knight.
looks cool.
Yeah, no, Moon Knight is like, I mean, it looks cool.
It always looks cool.
It always looks cool.
It looks cool, but it could be written poorly.
Yeah. So Sean, did you catch up on Peacemaker?
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Oh, Peacemaker. Jesus Christ, like Beastmaker. What the hell is this?
No, there's no Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Okay, so it's Vigilante. Okay, so Vigilante's like my second favorite DCEU character.
Well, like, because he walked up to those cops and picked up the thing, and they're like, what the hell are you doing, son?
That was so funny. And he's like struggling, and it's like
he goes up to those guys, just like messes with them and like beats the crap out of them.
that was
Because you
awesome.
think like, oh, this guy's gonna get destroyed, and he just
Yeah.
destroys those guys. Yeah.
Yeah. He like and oh yeah, he absolutely killed them. That was awesome.
Yeah, that.
Let's look at the
My dog is growling. I don't know if you hear him.
no. Okay, so here's the comic books.
Yeah, I knew there was like stripes more or less, but his is more sort of a solid red.
Yeah, so and then if we go, let's go White Dragon, let's go Peacemaker. And
Big racist supervillain.
yeah, here he is. Like that's pretty good,
That's
man.
pretty it's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Do,
Well, at
do,
least
you,
he went for it.
do you think there's gotta be a battle between Peacemaker and his father, White Dragon?
Yeah.
Well, it'll have to be. So like this is the comics, right? And
Yeah,
and
it's accurate.
And then the Peacemaker TV where is he in this show?
Go up.
Let's go Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Oops. I can't type on laptops. I hate it. All right. I mean, that's pretty damn good.
Well, it's got the colors here and here.
It's got the colors and it's got the V shape and everything.
That's all you really need. And then he's got the black.
And he's got the
he's
visor.
Skinnier.
And
Like
the eye visor and stuff.
He's got
like
the
that.
visor
Yeah,
and all
visor.
that.
Yeah, like the visor was in Arrow, but none of this other stuff was.
Yeah, it didn't look that good. So if I do Adrian Chase and do Arrow.
Adrian Chase wasn't the vigilante in Arrow.
Yeah,
That
he
the
was.
big
He
twist.
was.
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
They
yeah,
hinted
yeah,
at it and they twisted it around.
Right, it was he was Prometheus. Or whatever.
Prometheus, yeah.
So there he is there with the V on
Like,
his thing.
The other one looks more like the comic.
The
Someone
other one's way
else,
better.
someone else was Vigilante. Like, I remember watching it. It was like Diana. I think it's Diana Drake Black Canary's cop friend or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was somebody else.
It's
Yeah,
the
you're
first appearance of that guy on screen and they mess it up. It's like,
yeah, he was Prometheus. He wasn't. He was
Yeah.
Adrian Chase. Prometheus. He didn't really have the Prometheus costume either, though. It was kind of this weird black thing. I don't get it.
yeah,
Like
it was Arrow, you know.
that was weird.
There's still a degree of embarrassment to comic book stuff in Arrow for a
Yeah,
long time, so yeah.
I have a toy of Prometheus. Yeah, this is the toy I have. This is Prometheus to me.
Yeah.
Like that's the toy.
I
have like a
hate-
little
I
figure
like-
of him.
Like to me, like in Arrow, Prometheus, how they did Prometheus, he looked like a ripoff version of Arrow. To be honest,
Yeah, it was terrible. That's what was sort of the point of it. They tried to make it, but it's just like that.
he
wasn't
looked
him.
like a anti version of Green Arrow, and just like they got the suit of Green Arrow, made certain adjustments and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I didn't like that at all.
Like, kind of still looks like Green Arrow, but with a mask.
Yeah, it's just a masked Green Arrow. Like I don't get it. That was a fail. So do you like Peacemaker or not as much? I mean, I kind of like it, to be honest. I'm just gonna tell you, I
I like it
Peacemaker.
as a show. I'm just still annoyed that why? Like, you have to earn things like this. And and they haven't, right? This is based on a movie that failed big time, but yeah, no, it's cool. It's fun. It's like I'll watch the rest of it. I like that they do comic book stuff, but it's through the lens of like smart assy bullshit, right?
Right.
So yeah,
Like I like the show. Like season episode 3 got episode 2 and 3 got me more interested, and 4 was very good. So like I'm very excited. Like I'm interested in the show. What the plot and everything with that. Who's the main villain and everything like that. That I'm interested in. Like
James Gunn does really good for the for old time bands and stuff, because he's a big music guy, I guess, because he always dredges up these old like 70s songs. They're cool, and it's like, oh shit, this song.
The intro is very funny.
I love the intro, and I watched it like 100 times. I watched the intro.
I think it's on HBO Max, like the YouTube channel. They have there's so many likes on it.
Yeah, I like the intro. It's super funny. And like, I don't know. A Vigilante to me is just so great. And he just goes and gets arrested in the stupidest, funniest way ever. It's like they're literally sitting there eating lunch. And he smashes the thing. And at first I was thinking, like, what is he doing? Like, I'm like, and he's like trying to pick up this garbage can. You're like, what is this guy doing? And he just smashes it. And they're like, yo, dude, like, what are you doing?
And it doesn't do anything because there's like there's a metal fence there.
There's a metal fence. It doesn't do anything.
What are you doing?
It's like, what are you doing? And then he just gets arrested. He's like, it's okay, arrest me, here you go. And then he walks in, and then you know what was really funny? After when the cops came in, and then that one inmate, he was the guy who was trying to sit at the window, and then they kicked him out because he was the black guy, and they kicked him out of his seat. He's like, and he's like, that guy didn't do anything. It was all that guy's fault.
Yeah, that guy was like, he came.
I like the prison scene where he roasts like everyone, and then he starts kicking ass. Like he might be skinny, but he can kick ass.
Well, I like when he's walking through that hallway with like mega confidence.
Yes,
and people coming up to him like, oh, and then walk away, and he's just like nothing phases him.
They're all. You're like,
he's like this. He's like skinny like me, and he's
it's like, and you're like, oh, they're gonna kick his ass, right? And he's just like walking, like, okay, whatever, buddy, you ain't doing shit. Oh, that was a great part.
What's your favorite contribution of black culture in America? It's like
it's like from the black community. What would you say is your top favorite
contribution to American society?
He's like, why don't I start? It's like, well, rock and roll, because there's these. It's like, it's like, and he names you're like, okay, you're like, what is this? And he's got all of this information about like the history of rock and roll and jazz and all that.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you guys think? And then the guy's like, and he goes, oh, F you, but he's like, oh, you next? He's like, what is your favorite? The part where all those black guys had sex with your mom? And he's like, oh, that was so funny. It was so funny. He's got all these facts, man. He just sits down. He's got the nerdy glasses, which is great.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, how's it going, man?
Oh, J-Man, I want to ask your opinion. You heard the news about like I think it's Justice. I think something to do with Justice League and stuff like that.
I don't know what's going on with Justice League.
You're gonna kill everyone? That's all I heard.
Oh, okay. In DC Comics, no one really stays dead and everything like that. Everyone usually stays alive. So they're doing like, I think it's issue 75 of Justice League. They're doing this event where, let me pull it up. Because like, it's like deal with the Justice League, killing the Justice League or something like that. Like technically, they're not gonna kill them because they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back. We all know that because like you can say this that they're gonna kill them, but they're gonna come back anyway.
I'm looking it up. Justice League dies.
No,
Death of the Justice League.
Death. Let me look at the.
I'm looking at It's like Screen Rant and these other,
Oh, found it. I just go on the DC comic website because it has more information.
Right.
Because
Sean is frozen still in the funniest way.
Because like the reason why I do not like Screen Rant, to be honest, or these other, because they like to spin their own thing and saying
Screen Rant sucks.
Because like the reason why I don't like other articles that say, the Justice League is gone forever and they're replacing everyone. It's like,
yeah, that's not true.
No, they're not.
Like it's kind of bullshit. Okay. So it comes out April 19th. What was it? He says they've been waiting to build the death of the Justice League across the main line. Whoever this writer is, he says he remembers buying like the death of Superman, and they have an opportunity to take that idea and make it bigger with the Justice League. Justice League issue 75 allows them to showcase the Justice League our comics' greatest superheroes. They're going to show the aftermath of the biggest threat in the DCU.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I get confused because there's the DCEU and the DCU.
Yeah.
And he says a new dark army made of the DC universe greatest villains have formed on the edges of the multiverse, and the biggest and the most powerful heroes are pulled together in an epic war to push the darkness back. In the end, the Justice League are killed and by the Dark Army, with only one survivor to warn the remaining heroes of Earth about what's coming for them.
Yeah,
being,
Batman.
Yeah, like yeah,
being
yeah.
able to, then he just says being able to draw is very exciting. Greatest team.
Yeah, blah blah. Greatest
Blah,
team that
blah,
we're
blah. And
yeah.
I really like the art. I don't technically Batman's not gonna survive anyway. He's gonna be dead.
Meh.
So
Yeah, I mean, like,
who do you think will be the leader to step up because I think it's either Superman or Batman are the leaders of the Justice League. Who do you think is going to be the leader to step up?
Superman's son.
yeah, probably maybe
Yeah.
Kal-El.
You know what this?
Or
Okay,
maybe,
like Mark, you're a little too
Jonathan
young
Kent.
for this, but SNL at the end of season 11, everyone hated the cast of SNL at that point, except
Yeah.
they loved John Lovitz. So there's a sketch at the end of season 11 of Saturday Night Live where there's a fire, and they everyone's like, oh my god, what do we do? And someone goes, "Psst, come here to John Lovitz, and they save John Lovitz, and everyone else dies in the fire. And I this kind of reminds me of this. It's like Batman's totally going to survive this, and then
And
then
there's some
they'll assure everyone like Batman's still around. All these 10 titles that we have of Batman will still
Yeah.
be
Because
still
they're
be
all in the
around.
top
and
50.
also like they're gonna come back somehow. Like
Well, they'll come
even-
back too. Yeah.
even if they die, like this is what I think of it. DC always has these big major events that this is only one part of the major event
Right.
that leads into like this big epic event saga. Like remember, I think it was Batman Who Laughs. You had Batman Who Laughs, that was the starting point. Then you had I think it was Death Metal.
Yeah, Death Metal.
And it lead into this big epic saga and everything like that. And Batman Who Laughs became a god and everything like that, absorbed Dr. Manhattan, and the Justice League eventually defeated him, and the whole DC universe rebooted into Infinite Frontier.
So
This
how
is-
long are change events usually now? They used to be 2 years. Like Death of Superman was 2 years. Batman's Broken Back was about 2 years.
Yeah.
Is it shorter nowadays or no?
I don't know.
I think they shorten it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It seems shorter.
I just know the
because-
90s, so I don't know.
Yeah, like I remember like Superman, Death of Superman, yeah, that lasted a while.
A couple years,
Batman lasted for a while. How long? Okay, so how long was Superman how long was the Electric Blue Superman? I collected that for a while.
A year
it
or 2
seemed.
years?
That it seemed like I bought a lot of those blue Superman comics. Like there was the glow in the dark cover
Like,
and all that other
what
shit.
I've
Right?
noticed, I don't think it's just with DC. My friend's a Marvel guy and stuff like that. He noticed that they are shortening. They're like I think this will probably last till 2023. I could be wrong.
They want to sell. They want to sell graphic novels. They want to sell
Right.
trade paperbacks, is what we call it. So I remember Grant Morrison was asked for his Green Lantern series to make it in such a way that it could be collected into trades very easily. And trades are the best when they're like 6-issue, you know what I mean? And then because the price point for a 6-issue one is like $15 American, which is like 20 something, 22 Canadian. And that's what they want. We're going to talk about Double C's thing in a second. That's what they want, because more people are getting graphic novels than they are individual comic books. And this is why manga outsells, because those tankobon volumes of manga are actually considered graphic novels, even though that's really the only way you can buy them, unless you get them chapter by chapter through Shonen Jump's app.
Like I wouldn't
So
be,
that's why
I
they do
would
it
be
that
fine
way.
if they because this will eventually happen. Like they will probably do the individual. Like this is what I see happening. They will sell the individual issues digitally, and then they will sell the complete whole issues in graphic novel forms, in physical graphic novel forms.
That's what they want to do. Yeah. Let's talk about this. Okay, so Diggle getting his own CW. I mean, is the CW
I just don't care to be honest. Like
it's real. It's on Variety.
This was on in Variety, Sean?
It's real. Yeah.
Okay, so that's real.
It sounds stupid as shit, but then again, what the point you're going to make is like, how long is CW going to be around?
Right. Yeah.
It's in development right now. So yeah.
Like, is CW still going to be here in like a year? Like, they're going to be sold, right? Like, I think they're up for sale.
Diggle embarks on a new mission to recruit 5 young metahumans to live undercover as freshmen at a prestigious university. There he will oversee their education and train them to become those heroes of tomorrow. So you got university, you got like young people, you got powers. It's your typical CW thing.
Yeah, it's just not
teenage drama.
It's just not very good, to be honest. It's like,
it's awful.
Stupid.
Like the only thing that I am really watching is Superman Lois. That's the only thing that interests me in CW and stuff like that. The rest is like Naomi. They like the pilot was just, oh my god! I watched the pilot. Like I know about Naomi in the comics and stuff like that. Infinite Frontier introduced and explained the character a little more. The pilot was so boring.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Naomi. She needs to be with Superman, and Superman needs to be clear and doing stuff. This crap of, I don't know what they're doing in this show. I didn't watch the pilot because I literally don't care about Naomi. It's like she's basically a Superman family character is what I think of her. That's the only place I've seen her. And if Superman, this is the same kind of crap where it's like, let's do the Adventures of Jimmy Olsen or something. It's like, okay, well, if Superman's not
right? Oh my god, don't give them ideas.
Yeah, really.
Well, Kirby did something with it.
He did Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen.
Darkseid appered in that.
Yes, he did. But that's because Jack Kirby's a genius, so he can do whatever.
He said, "Give me your lowest selling comic."
Right, and I'll do something with it. Yeah,
the CW sound like this is what I see happening. Whoever gets the CW, they get like, I guess like all their content except the DC. Like DC will go all to HBO Max, and the rest of that trash in the CW will go to that buyer.
So
it's what they negotiate,
right?
It's not all automatic. So yeah,
but they're not going to get the DC stuff. What did everyone think of Superman and Lois? Then did everyone?
I really liked it.
I liked it, man. I don't care about that other girl. It's not like they made like Doomsday that way or something. It's like, it's like, Superman, I have something to tell you. It's like, what is it, Doomsday? I kissed another Doomsday. It's like, oh my god. Anyway.
Yeah, I was okay. Well, man, Sean got like super defensive in 2 seconds and nobody else even said anything. It's just
I like it. I don't know what they're gonna do with Doomsday. I
just hope
Ronnie and everything, but
I just want Doomsday, like maybe in the next episode or episode after that, finally get to the surface, because for me, I do not like don't spread out too long where he just keeps punching.
Yeah, get out already.
Here's the thing, and I'm not even going to talk about the kissing thing because I don't care.
Yeah,
the CW does a shitty job of giving stuff for the supporting characters to do. Right. Case in point, Lana Lang's now running for mayor of Smallville. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, that's true.
No, I
That
think it's
is
cool.
pointless. Like, this is the
give
problem
us
with
something.
them. They create all these characters and then they just put them in pointless storylines. There's nothing for Lana Lang to do, so it's like, let's have her run for mayor. Cool. Who cares? Is this going to go anywhere?
I said this before about this show. It's like I would rather this show be better, but for what I know what it is, it's a CW show. Right. So I have to put up with the
you're always
CW
gonna have that drama.
Right?
We can't do anything about that. Like,
yeah,
it's part of the CW. They're always gonna have that drama element.
Like, so, Superman himself is cool. I think, I don't know. Do you guys think Superman is stupid for breaking Morgan Edge out and thinking that he wouldn't have powers, or is he a patsy that way, or is he poorly written that way?
I think I don't think it's a bad, like, he thought he could trust him and stuff like that, and like he didn't. I think Superman didn't know that, like, he regained his powers like weeks ago and everything like that, and he was just playing Superman the whole time.
Here's the thing. He did the whole "I see good in your heart." As soon as he said that, I'm like, oh, he's Luke Skywalker. It's like, I see good in your heart, and I think he knew he had powers, right? Like, I think he honestly did know that. I'm hoping he knew that. I think he was just hoping that he wouldn't do anything, and he did. It's like, okay, cool, but like, it was over in 1 second anyway.
Yeah,
I like the episode. I will address the kissing thing. They handled it in the easiest way possible, considering that the CW is just like a joke pretty much. It wasn't nearly as bad as anything in Supergirl or the atrocious Batwoman. It's called they renamed Batwoman the unwatchable Batwoman. You know how there's the Amazing Spider-Man, there's like the Man Without Fear, or the unwatchable Batwoman. That's the new title just announced.
I have to go, J-Man. But
you gotta go. Okay, cool, man.
Yeah, thank you. But are you before I go? Are you excited for the new event with Justice League and what they're building and stuff with DC Comics?
I don't know. I'll check it out when it comes. I just look at what comes out that week and I go week by week and see how I feel.
Okay.
I don't get excited for anything.
The one thing before I go, the one thing that I'm excited I like the Justice League, but the one thing that I always wanted is, like, maybe try to give other younger heroes the spotlight for a chance.
Yeah, and unfortunately, no one buys them. Nobody even buys Justice League, so it's hard to give.
But I'm saying, like, it's a good change in pace. You're gonna have these younger heroes step in. That's what excites me. Like, I love the Justice League. I'm a big Batman fan, but I also like seeing these other younger heroes get a chance in the spotlight and see how they're gonna defeat this dark army. That's what interests me.
So that's cool, and it's cool to see other characters. So I'm okay with it. I still buy comics, so it's not gonna,
I still buy comics. So I don't care what
it doesn't matter to me. Yeah, I don't care what the internet says. Yeah. All right. See you later, dude.
Bye.
All right. Bye. We'll talk about this in a second, Marcus. So Superman and Lois. I mean, I thought it was fine. I like Superman. I wish he was clean shaven. I don't know. That's weird to me. My wife can't watch the CW part. She's like, I can't take it. Whether they're better or not, like, the CW parts in Superman and Lois are the best CW parts that we've ever gotten out of any CW thing. That doesn't make them good, but I don't cringe. I don't mind. I actually like Steel and his daughter. I like the two of them. Even though she's a vegan or whatever, which is like,
at least it recovered though, because that first episode everyone seemed pissed off with everyone, and it was all the female characters were pissed off. This one, the daughter calmed down, Lois calmed down, everyone calmed down except kind of Jordan's girlfriend, but even then it wasn't like, she's like, oh, I kissed another girl. I'm like, okay, and he just laughs. I'm like, okay, like,
from what you guys talk about with
if they're looking for us to be like, ooh, I'm so like scared, I don't care.
It wasn't that bad, Sean. If that's what you're saying.
No.
Supergirl stuff is really awful.
From what you guys say about Supergirl and everything, they let things drag episode by episode by episode. Right. Well, we said this in season 1 that, like, if there's drama, it gets it flares up and goes away by the end of the episode or the next episode. Yeah, and that's what's happening here. It's like the whole Lois thing was a story arc for 1 episode. And then she's back to being better, you know.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
I'm fine. That's like a real show, so I'm fine
Right.
with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Lana being mayor, I mean, I'm okay with it. She's
I'm
doing
fine
something.
with it too. Yeah,
It's
it's cool and it makes sense, and it's gonna tie into shit.
right. It'll tie in.
It's gonna tie into Doomsday and all that too.
I mean, yeah, it's just I knew she was gonna be. The problem is like I knew she was gonna be mayor instantaneously.
Yeah,
Because I'm like, oh,
you
this
knew
guy's
that was
good.
gonna be the end of that
Yeah.
episode,
Right.
Yeah.
So like I knew it as soon as I saw as soon as I saw that she was helping that guy, I'm like, oh,
That
she'll
guy,
be the
yeah.
mayor.
He should be
Yeah.
mayor. Yeah.
Right. It's like that's the only thing. It's
I'll be mayor. Yeah.
I'll run for mayor. It's like you just watch. I'm gonna clean up this town. Good. You can start by cleaning
The broom.
Yeah, give them the broom. Start by cleaning over there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, come on. Like it's just my thing is that the CW-ness, I can take it in small doses in weekly installments of Superman and Lois, but it's like you try to watch Flash, you're like, oh, I mean, everything else is just like it's just too much. But Superman and Lois is not too much, so I'm trying to be fair. I'm like, I'm looking at Superman and Lois. I'm not thinking of Batwoman. I'm not thinking about Supergirl or whatever. I'm just thinking
Until they
about,
start the crossovers and then they're in your face again.
well, yeah. Hopefully they won't do that. I'm looking forward to Steel. I want Steel with a red cape and an S.
Oh, that's gonna happen.
Just give it to me, So that's cool. I like that. Superman himself is still good. So this all ties back into my thing, which is hero villain story. So yeah, the story I could do less drama, more Superman stuff, but Superman himself is cool. If I like Superman, that takes me a long way. I don't like Batwoman. She sucks. I can't stand her. I actually liked Kate Kane. I liked her. In Batwoman season 1, I liked Kate Kane, and that kept me going. I actually like Supergirl. I like Melissa Benoist as Supergirl, and that kept me going. But after a while, if the other things are so bad and it starts to overflow, it's like, see, with Christopher Reeve, it never got to that level for me.
Right.
Like Superman 3 has cheesy parts, but he fights himself. That's awesome. And I do think Robert Vaughn is really funny. And Richard Pryor does have some funny parts. So, and he fights that machine at the end. That's cool. So it didn't get to that point. And Superman 4, Lex Luthor makes a guy. He literally makes a guy out of like the sun's energy, and then they fight. That's pretty awesome. That's a comic book story, right? That's right out of a DC Presents or Adventures of Superman or something. So I'm okay with that. The problem with Supergirl is that I like Supergirl and I liked John Jones and all that, but then it started to be like, oh, this is really irritating. Oh, this is irritating. It's like, you're overshadowing. And then Supergirl's like, oh, I have to wear pants now because this is the thing. It's like, really? Oh, okay. You don't wear pants in any other thing.
Yeah.
It's like, she can wear a tight mini skirt and high heels to work.
Yeah.
Right. That's no problem. Even though she's a reporter, how's she run around?
They didn't think about that. They just want to make a statement, but they don't really live the principle.
Right.
So,
they don't live the principle, right?
Yeah.
It's like, look at Lois Lane and Superman and Lois. She's always in jeans and running shoes because she needs to run around and do stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So she's not prettied up. She looks like a regular woman who's a reporter. Like she's not, they didn't pretty her up. You watch Supergirl, everybody is super attractive. It's like the men, the women, it's like everyone is hyper attractive. And you're just like, okay, like where is this?
So
like,
you watch Supergirl more than me.
I haven't seen the last season, but I've seen everything up to the last season.
Okay, well, in Supergirl, does she get her ass kicked every episode?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Because
like
Superman gets his ass handed to him every episode.
So does Supergirl.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's equal. They both suck.
All right.
Yeah, they both get beat up. It's equal.
There's certain cool things. They went back to the dream, the parasite that makes you dream about a former life. There's an episode with that.
Well, not Death Loss, I'm sorry. No.
There's an episode with Dark Supergirl, which is literally she does the bar scene like Superman 3. So there is like in the earlier episodes, there are good things. I think where it really started to fall apart for me was Reign. That thing went far too long. And then the next season was really getting uncomfortable a bit, but then the pants sealed the deal for me. I'm just like, this is stupid. There's no reason. I don't understand this. Plus, they broke up. What's his name? Dreamer and Brainiac.
Right.
And then that whole thing. I'm like,
then think, oh, does he really love me? I don't know.
Yeah,
Does he really love me?
done. Like it's enough. Like there's certain hey, skeptic, there's certain episodes or certain things that happen that just become deal breakers. Supergirl I can tell you when it jumped a shark before him, but deal breakers, Supergirl wearing pants, Batwoman with the statistics. That was awful. That was literally like
That's episode 1, right?
That was season 2, episode 1. I'm like, I can't. I tried.
Yeah. I gotta get that.
No, season 1 was normal. There's a lot of stupidness in season. Let's not pretend season 1 was like a big, freaking walk in the park or whatever with the freaking cherry blossoms or something. It's like it wasn't good. However, it wasn't rage inducing. You'd watch, like, I liked Kate Kane, and I thought that she was like, like pretty cool. Like, she's like, okay, I'm going to take care of stuff. She honored Batman. She would keep journals saying, oh, Bruce, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I wish you were here to help me. I'm like, okay, like that was all cool. And then season 2 came in. It's like random person picks up the suit, puts it on, and now is the best Batwoman ever. It's like, this is awful.
And I liked Alice. I liked Rachel.
Oh, Alice
Scarlett.
is cool.
She was really awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah, she was awesome.
But even then, like the storyline started to go weird. Like when they broke into Arkham, I think it was Asylum, and then like Batwoman took out a bunch of guards and like injured them just to get like her sister in one of the cells. I'm like,
oh, it's that thing. It's that thing, Sean, where they have this whole plan staged out. And it works so perfectly that it's impossible that it would work that perfectly. Yeah. But you didn't even need to do that entire plan. They wanted to get Alice trapped into Arkham, so they pretended like they were going into Arkham to break out her brother, like or her surrogate brother or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when she got there, like, wait, where is he? And then they lock her up. It's like, haha, we locked you up. It's like, yes, but you had Alice standing next to you way before this plan. You could have easily drugged her, right, and brought her to Arkham. Like, there's no reason. But in the middle of staging this plan, they beat the crap out of all these guards. They broke the guy's arm. It's like they caused all this damage to Arkham, and they're like, but you could.
It sounds like Supergirl writing, because Supergirl, like season 1, had stuff like that all the time, and it was sort of the warning signs for me. And I bailed season 2. I was just because I was like, they don't have a moral compass here. It's weird, for a Supergirl thing.
I just don't get it. Oh, let's talk about. Marcus was asking about Neymar. So who did they cast? Oh no, he said he thinks he should have been Asian. What did he say? I don't know who this is. They're making Neymar Hispanic.
Yeah, he looks Hispanic. It's not like Neymar is going to be Hispanic. It's not like Aquaman is Samoan in the movies. Right. But
I mean, as long as Neymar has a super if he looks like Neymar.
If it's what they want and what they're going for, I'm all for it. Let's see what they're doing.
You can see his name on the screen there, but the thing is, it doesn't mean I don't know, some. If you look,
he has to be in character for me.
Yeah, he has to be in character. Like a fan may have photoshopped him into it.
That happens in 1 hour. It's like,
oh yeah.
It's like when everyone corrected Luke Skywalker at the end of of Mandalorian.
Yeah,
it's like this is a better version. It's like, what the hell? You did this in 5 minutes. What's Disney doing?
Yeah, I don't think his race bothers anybody. This is not this one. Because he didn't look like any race.
No, Neymar, he looked like a Vulcan. So
he looked like a Vulcan.
He looked like Mr. Spock.
Years before Star Trek. So
yeah, he was before Star Trek. He looks
Decades.
like Spock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no problem with Neymar. Neymar, to me, well, I'm not an old school Neymar guy. I'm a new school Neymar guy, but I like old school Neymar. Mm-hmm. And to me, he could be any race. It's not as I don't think his is as important as other characters, so it doesn't really matter to me too much.
You want to you want to talk about Godzilla?
What, comics? Or
no,
what?
the show.
There's a show. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with it.
So they announced that something called Godzilla and the Titans or whatever is going to be coming to Apple Plus or whatever. Yeah. The shitty streaming service.
The shitty one,
and so it's legendary still.
Yeah.
And so a few things. Every Godzilla fan knows whenever they announce a new Godzilla thing, we don't really know what Toho gave them rights to do, right? It seems like they're pretty good with legendary. I mean, they gave them Mechagodzilla and Rodan, and so we don't know who's in this show. Godzilla is, They did make new guys for King of the Monsters, and so maybe they're there. I'm cool with like fighting new guys, just
cool
to
with
add new guys to the pantheon. But um, I think the big thing here that raised eyebrows is that it's going to Apple, because Legendary had a big dust up with Warner Brothers, and you would figure this show would go to HBO Max, and it's not, because they had this whole thing about the day and date thing, and they didn't tell Legendary about any of their plans for any of their movies. I think Dune was one of them, and Legendary was really, and in the press they're like, well, they're going to see the consequences, and I think this is one of them.
Right.
Now they announced what the show is, and everyone immediately was like, "Oh shit!" So it's like it's concentrating on a family in this world of like titans and stuff, and this family is investigating their ties to Monarch and everything like that.
Right.
And that could be anything. I think everyone conjures up images in their head of like, you're just going to concentrate on this family. We'll see a foot here or a head there.
Right.
And I think Legendary has probably learned their lesson from the first movie, because they're a bit more giving with the monster stuff in the movies. They're still going to make that Kong movie they wanted to make. But also I think the wild card here is Apple, because they have like billions of dollars. And if you're thinking that this will be low budget and crap, and therefore you won't see a lot of monsters, that the wild card here I think is Apple. Look, it's a live action Godzilla thing, so I'll watch it. Yeah. I find with animated stuff, like there's a new animated Godzilla thing, it's pretty cool, but I don't really I'm not as interested in that as I am.
Me neither. I tried, so I watched about 10 minutes of the trilogy, the Netflix trilogy.
After that, there's a new other show.
Yeah. I mean, and we like my wife and I were she is now 5 away from seeing every Godzilla movie. Yeah. And so we're close. We're getting there. We're going to watch it today, but we watched Mighty Peking Man because that was the next one on my Shaw Brothers list of movies to watch. That's an awesome movie. But I didn't realize that some people don't like that, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it a million times.
It's awesome. The carnage is good. There's good carnage.
I'll watch this, I guess, but yeah.
Did you watch the Shaw Brothers version of it? Just like the Blu-ray?
Why is it different than the one we've always
No. Well, I mean, no, the one I had was
this Blu-ray, I haven't seen that yet.
Like it's mind.
But I've seen they play on City TV like almost every 2 days or something.
But not in surround sound. Proper format Blu-ray. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy.
Well, I threw 5 Deadly Venoms in just to see what it looked like, and I went, "Holy crap, man! This movie looks like it was made yesterday."
Yeah, they're all good. But
so 5 Shaolin Masters is wicked. They train in that forest for a year. They don't even sleep or eat. They just like they're doing kata.
I watched those back to back. I watched 5 Shaolin Masters and then the Shaolin Temple.
It's like, we must train, and it's like a year goes by. It's been a year. It's like, what the hell? What'd you do?
Yeah, I know, that was awesome. But no, 5 Shaolin Masters is like offensive. It is all fighting.
It's all fighting.
Like, I never saw it before, so you text me saying, "Well, it's all fighting." I'm like, okay.
But it's story.
It's like literally all fighting.
Yeah, the credits is the attack, so that's fighting, and then each guy has to fight a guy. So there's 5 fights,
right?
And then they lose the fights, and they're like, "We lost the fights. We gotta train." So they train for like a year, and they come back and have the 5 fights again and destroy people. It's like it's all fighting, but it's all structured storytelling fighting.
Yeah, I can't believe it was. I was like, I'm literally like, I can't. But then the Shaolin Temple had no fighting because it was all just training.
Right.
Yeah.
But like Shaolin Temple's awesome. 36 Chamber or Master Killers, I still
36 Chambers are awesome.
Is the best. Yeah, that's the best one. I think. Yeah. It's like, okay, so what do you got? What you got? Okay, so Godzilla, what's going on? I mean, I'm gonna watch it. Obviously, I'm gonna watch this Godzilla thing and see what it's like. The animated stuff I'm not too pumped up for. I have some of the 90s cartoon animated. It's up there.
The 90s,
like the American 90s Godzilla cartoon.
It's good. It's probably the best animated
Godzilla.
I never the worst Godzilla.
Yeah, it's Zilla. It's not even Godzilla.
Yeah, but it's the son of, so he breathes like radiation breath.
Okay. Let's see.
It was pretty damn
good.
It was
awesome.
Yeah.
Sean, what is your favorite era of Godzilla?
Oh shit. I think the original. If I had to pick a favorite, they're all awesome. But like maybe like Showa. And honestly, like my childhood favorite would be the 70s. like the last like 5 or so before they took hiatus for 10 years, and those are universally seen as the worst ones.
What are you talking about? You're talking about Mechagodzilla and Terra Mechagodzilla?
Yeah, people think they're the worst ones.
What? No way.
They're awesome. It's like Terra.
No, Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla, Terra Mechagodzilla makes a great like double bill.
Yeah.
So I always say that.
No,
right?
are you sure? Are you sure
people don't like those movies?
I know they don't.
That's what killed the franchise.
I know they don't like Gigan or
Gigan, the one where they make an it's so
amusement
great.
Park,
they make an amusement park.
Yeah.
And it's like what? Wow! It's like how are we supposed to take over the world with a Godzilla amusement park? It's like that. How are we supposed to take over the world with a white Michael Jackson? It's like
no. Well, okay. So that was Monster Island. They called it Monster Island.
Yeah, they call it. It's not even an island. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, though that one and Megalon are the cheese, and Hedorah is cheesy too.
Yeah.
So those are the cheesy ones or whatever. But after that, they're like super. I would say, basically from let's say Mechagodzilla 1. So Mechagodzilla 1. From that point on, I literally think they're all good. Like if you go from that one to the end, Final Wars would be my least favorite out of that entire, not just that era, like all of it, the whole thing from there. And then the first, like, I like Raids again. Mothra is like in my top 5 favorite kaiju films, I would say. Maybe even, I don't know if it's my favorite. Like Mothra by herself, like just Mothra, 63 or whatever. Yeah. I love that movie. I've watched it like a lot.
Yeah, that and Rodan are really great.
Rodan is really good too. War of the Gargantuas is like the damn best.
No, that's probably one of the best of all time because it's the thing is it's like they're not really suits; it's just guys with like fur on them. Yeah. But like the fighting and the miniatures are amazing.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
I think I like 85 to Destroya is perfect. Like, I don't think there's a bad movie in there. I think they're all the damn best. Biollante is the friggin' best.
Yeah.
Like GMK is in that section, right? Or is that the Millennium section?
That's
now?
Millennium.
That's Millennium section. Yeah. Sorry.
But,
well, actually, Godzilla 2000 to Shin Godzilla is perfect.
Yeah.
I think Final Wars is the only one that I'm like, but that's just a fan movie.
That movie is like a mirage. I'm like, that should be awesome. And I pop it in and it's like, oh yeah, there's like 45 minutes of bullshit.
Nothing. Yeah, there's a lot of nothing in it.
Yeah.
You like the original Mechagodzilla? I saw it. Yeah, that was awesome. What about the Giant Claw? Okay, so I never watched the Giant Claw. Sean, did you watch the Giant Claw?
I may have, but there's nothing really to remember. Yeah.
It's that cheesy one where they always show it on. They always make fun of it on.
Yeah, it's a paper mache head.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
Biollante is Q, awesome, the Winged Serpent, or whatever. Where
I love Q.
Michael Moriarty or whatever. He's like hijacking the city. He knows where the nest is, but they're like, "What do you want?" Right? He's got the Mega 70s suit.
I love Q. I saw that at my buddy's place, the other Sean.
Yeah,
and he got that the second it was out on VHS or something, and we watched it at his place. And we're like, oh my god! Like we were just dying over how awesome that was. I think it was like we did like you could do the Michael Moriarty mega festival. It's like the stuff. Q was he's got like these like there's like those 3 or 4 of those movies that he did where it's like you could do like the big festival of like just his. I love Q. I have that on DVD, of course. I just pre-ordered Alligator and Alligator 2. And Alligator 1 is 4K, baby, man. I can't believe it. Like, I mean, the other Sean has the official poster framed for Alligator, which is such a great poster. I cannot wait for Alligator, and not to be confused with that Tobe Hooper Gator movie, which is the Eaten Alive. Yeah, Eaten Alive. That was a good one too.
Yeah.
What are we saying?
Gamera,
you mean?
No, there's a
Gabara. Well, let me look up Gabara.
He's from one of the 70s ones. I like Varan on The Unbelievable, but they never did much with him. And his movie kind of sucks, but I just like the concept. Like he has
does.
The
it does.
on his,
I have that movie. Yeah.
on his
Oh
arm.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
And you
yes.
can like
Yeah,
fly and shit. Yeah.
yeah, Gabara, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like his face is kind of cool.
King Caesar is awesome. I
I
always like
love King Caesar. King
Yeah.
Caesar is right there, and that's the King Caesar from Final Wars.
Caesar,
Caesar.
Caesar. And it's like that song is like 10 minutes, man.
It's 10, yeah, but you know what, man? In the Japanese version, it's really cool.
Yeah. You have to sing. Who's it that said like it's the laziest monster because he's like sleeping the whole time and he wakes up?
Wait, Jordan, what are you asking me a silly question? I own every Godzilla movie there ever was on VHS and DVD and Blu-ray and whatever new edition comes out. I own this entire thing is Godzilla. I have 2 shelves of Godzilla stuff, and then I have 2 shelves of Godzilla stuff, and then I have 2 file boxes filled with other Godzilla stuff that can't go on shelves because there's just too much. What are you talking about, Skeptic? That is a stinking lie. Dude, I just watched this 2 weeks ago when we did Mecha and Terror. We back to back those because my wife was wanting because she loves Mecha Godzilla. King Caesar does a lot of that. I was just saying, I'm like, look, he's pretty good. He's friggin' going toe to toe with Mecha Godzilla, man. Do you know my wife got fooled with the 2 Godzillas?
She got what?
Really?
She got fooled.
Oh yeah.
With the 2 Godzillas. She's like, wait, what's going
Oh,
on?
yeah?
I was like,
Come
oh
on.
my God. And then when he blasts it, you're like, oh shit, oh my God.
They
It's
do the
like,
Batman, like
They do the thing,
they
yeah.
show the different parts of them.
part,
and stuff.
yeah. Oh,
And of
man.
course, like being it's like a comic book thing because there's an MG or whatever like emblazoned on his like chest or something.
I don't remember. He doesn't have an MG on his chest.
He has like a letter or something. I remember that because I was like, "Whoa!"
I have the
comic book thing.
metal Mecha Godzilla. He's actually metal. It's like it's heavy. It's like 2 pounds or something. The original one. I don't think yet. I remember him getting his ass. Yeah, so he got his ass. Well, yeah, because it's Mecha Godzilla. Like Mecha
I like
Godzilla.
like Gigan was always my favorite because
Yeah,
he's
Gigan's
just
the
so,
best.
like crazy weird. But
I've got the big Final Wars Gigan with the chainsaw arms, where he upgraded to the chainsaw arms instead of the hook.
But then he turns into Ghidorah. So
No, Monster X turns into Ghidorah.
what in Final Wars?
Yeah, Monster X is King Ghidorah.
Yeah. No. Well, yeah.
That's not Gigan.
I thought one turns into the other at some point.
Yeah, like yeah, Monster X. Turns into. He's actually King Ghidorah. It's like his heads are crushed in that.
Right.
So this is Ghidorah.
Oh. Right, and then those things pop out. And,
Yeah, so you can see it better on the toy.
But there's Gigan was in that though.
Yeah,
He
but
had the
Gigan is just on his
chainsaw.
own.
Oh, okay.
I have
that's
this.
Gigan in Final Wars. Yeah.
But first he's got the hook arms, then he gets defeated, then he gets upgraded.
Oh, okay.
So he's technically a little bit different. He just looks a little. So this I actually
have to watch it again and be bored by that whole alien part, man.
I know, but the aliens do kung fu, so that's kind of neat. And then there's that big pissed off Sergeant Slaughter.
The pissed off guy, yeah, he's awesome.
I didn't understand what was going on with that guy, like, and he's like
a clueless white actor in a Japanese movie.
Yeah, he just knows what's going on. Yeah, so this is actually King Ghidorah.
Yeah, those things turn into his 3 heads.
Those are his heads, yeah. Yeah, so Gigan gets beat, and then so it's like Gigan Final Wars. So he has two forms. So there's the first form, like with the spikes with his normal claws. Then he gets upgraded to the chainsaw hands. If you can see that, like that's his chainsaw hands.
Yeah.
But King Caesar was in there. He's pretty neat. King Caesar Final.
What was the name of that show? Zone Trooper or
Zone Troopers.
The one where Godzilla
Zone Troopers
was
is a movie.
No. I'm not talking about that.
Somebody's
Toho.
Yeah. That's
TV
Zone
series.
Wars or something. Zone Wars.
Zone.
What was it called? No, it is Zone Fighter. That's it.
Zone Fighter. Is that what?
That's
Yeah.
it. That's what it is. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
That's where like
that's it's literally Ultraman, but it's like
Yeah.
it's not Ultraman.
But they fight Ghidorah in that, and then they literally break each neck. Like
Okay. So yeah, Destroyer is like the greatest, craziest thing of all time. It's like
Yeah.
it's like literally outrageous. Jet Jaguar, yeah, Jet Jaguar, Jet Jaguar, Jet Jaguar. Yeah, so this is like Zone Fighter. It's basically Ultraman.
Yeah.
Did you order Ultraman Chronicles, whatever, something, and
No,
Ultra 7X?
I haven't checked back in a while, so I'll do that.
Well, Ultra 7X isn't even on the website, but it's out for pre-order.
Oh shit.
Ultra 7X is awesome. I gave you guys the bootlegs of those, remember?
Yep.
I liked it a lot. Let's look at
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well when I watched it.
Like it? Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I think it was like that's why I recommend it, because it's like, even if you're not super pumped for these things, it's still kind of neat.
Yeah, it was a good story.
Yeah, like Ultra 7X. This is the original Ultra 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultra 7, like Ultra 7X, this was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's not Ultra 7X. I don't know. That's original Ultra 7. I could tell by like he just doesn't. He looks. My Ultraman stuff is right there. I don't know if you can see it. Like, my Ultra 7X or my Ultra 7 stuff is right there. That's all Ultraman and Gamera. So I've got a bunch of. I'll have to do. I should do a tour once. My Neymar collection's over there. I've got. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're gonna obviously watch this new Godzilla thing. So what about Moon Knight, guys? Are you excited or not? Steve, are you excited for Moon Knight? Because you didn't read Moon Knight comics. You don't really know about Moon Knight, do you?
I mean,
so like,
I like
it's better to hear
Oscar Isaacs, but I have some doubts about how much he'll be in the costume.
Like, that's awesome.
You know, like I think you made a comment that I agree with, which there'll be a lot of scenes of like Oscar Isaacs like losing his mind and hallucinating and all that, and then you know, like he won't be in the costume like episode 1.
Do you like the costume? I don't know if I like the moon on his hood.
I mean, it's okay. I
loved it too.
I be honest with you, I wished it was brighter and like whiter, I guess you could say. You know, if you can actually say that anymore. But I wish it looks a little bit like weird to me.
Well, if we do Moon Knight number 1, so I'll tell you the one I've got. Which cover did I choose? There's so many covers I didn't know which one to pick. I may have picked that one, but hold on. No, maybe not. No, maybe not that one. There's so many covers that I didn't know which one to pick. I was actually going to buy you guys Moon Knight number 1 too, because I knew it was going to be a little bit like it might get hot. So I was going to grab both of you guys a copy of Moon Knight number 1, and I was thinking, what cover should I get? And I was like, I don't think they care that much about Moon Knight, so then I just like said, screw it.
I mean, people will like it, but like, I don't know. It's hard to say now, because there's a subset of people who enjoyed everything that Disney Plus has put out, and then there's the other subset who haven't enjoyed anything. And I'm kind of in the middle, right? Like I really liked WandaVision, and I liked Hawkeye more or less. But I didn't like anything else.
Well, Moon Knight is available right now. I think it's on issue 6 or 7. So I read the first 2 issues. Look, it's good. I like it. I stopped. I didn't stop reading it, but I stopped my subscription to it because I have a lot of subscriptions. Thankfully, a lot of the X-Men ones are coming to an end, or have ended already. So but I will continue with Moon Knight. Right now, I'm reading the old Vigilante comic. I'm caught up on Spider-Man. I need to catch up on the latest Nightwing and Detective Comics. What was the other? What else? I've caught up to Wonder Woman. I've caught up to Action. I canceled Son of Kal-El or whatever. It's like, yeah, it's just barf. Like the guy's in a protest line or something. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm done. That's it's like you can fly around and go do something if you're so upset. Like,
Yeah.
Why are you in the protest line?
Yeah, like why are you in a line? Just go do something then if you want to. It's just like this. Don't try to pretend like I'm gonna be wanting to do all this stuff because Superman's doing it. It's like everyone knows that's not gonna happen. Anyways, the comic dropped like crap after that. Anyways, it's like nobody bought it. But what else? Like
You're kidding? A book with identity politics and wokeism didn't do well.
Yeah, people were just like, yeah, we're done. Batman's still gonna sell because Batman still tells regular storylines.
Yeah.
Action Comics is pretty good too. Like Action Comics is not bad. Superman's on Warworld and stuff. It's pretty neat. But he's depowered again. It's like, I'm tired of this depowered Superman.
Did you guys hear? You know the 355, right? Like that movie.
I have no idea what that
Yeah,
is.
I hadn't heard of it until it tanked, and I was like, "Well, that's probably the problem because I didn't even know if this thing existed."
So, like, I saw trailers for it, like months last year. Like, I saw it a few times, and basically, it's about like an all-girl. I guess they're assassins or something, and they're whatever. And like, I saw it around. I didn't pay any attention to it. Because it's like it looks like everything else, right? Like they're doing this all the time. Well, the 355 was like out in 2,300 theaters or something,
Right.
and it made like $300,000.
That's crazy.
No one went to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even hear of it. I just got to Marcus. This is Namor. I have this picture signed by the artist Joe Jusko, who's a painter. I've got a print of this, the big one here, and it's signed by him. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 Namor figures or statues in my case here, and only 2 of them have this black costume thingy. I don't like it. I like a regular Namor. I want green underwear Namor. Like that's Namor to me.
Well, I hope that actor gets ripped for the role.
Namor better be a naked man. That's what I want. My naked man Namor.
Black V-neck thing or whatever.
I know. I don't like that. I want naked. I want green. I want naked guy with green trunks.
Because I wonder if we'll even see his chest. He might just have that black like thing right over everything.
I've read every Namor thing there is, Marcus. It's not better to me. I talked to Chip Zdarsky, who wrote the Invaders thing with Namor in it, in the armor and all that. I talked to him on Facebook. We're friends on Facebook, and I didn't tell him I didn't like that costume, but I did tell him he was doing a great job. The story
was this fucking costume.
Yeah, the story was great. I don't like it. I want green trunks. You know why? Because Namor doesn't care about the social conventions of what us man thinks.
There's a story reason for that, but come on, you're giving him too much credit. Like, that's a lot of thinking about the character.
Right, I know. Like it's like why is Dr. Manhattan naked? The reason Dr. Manhattan's naked because he literally doesn't care.
Yeah.
It's like, do you think what a mouse thinks about you? Like, are you like, I wonder if that mouse likes me? Like, you don't care, right? Does that mouse think I'm doing a good job? It's like, that's Dr. Manhattan literally is like, I don't care about these people. I don't care about clothing. I'm just going to do whatever is comfortable, and I'm just going to walk around however I feel like walking around. Yeah. Namor is he just wears the green trunks. He's like, I don't, and he comes up and they're like, oh, like put some clothes on. It's like, why? I don't bend to what you want. I'm the king. It's like, you bow down to me. Giving him this other stuff that is trying to make him more digestible to the masses. It's like, oh, now I can see. It's like I like Conan. Okay. Look, Conan the Destroyer. People, you can say what you want about that movie, but he wears less clothing, right? Because it's like I'm Conan. Like in Conan the Barbarian, he wears more clothing, right? And it's like, I'm telling you, and it's like, I want my big muscular naked, or not big muscular, but lean, mean, toned up Namor. That's Namor. I don't know. Like having the black thing is okay. And he's got the armor. I've seen all that. I don't know. It still looks cool because it's Namor and he looks cool to me anyways. Yeah. But I didn't buy the only, my figure is, that's why I didn't get a tattoo of Namor. But it's why is it corny? Like this, Marcus said, I don't agree with your points on this. It's like people say this all the time. Oh, it's corny and whatever. It's like, okay, well then it's not. Maybe it's not for you. Like people say,
comic books aren't for you.
Yeah, like maybe comic books aren't your thing. Like you don't take Namor, who's been around for 400 years, and change him to what you want or what Zack Snyder wants. It's like Zack Snyder wants this. It's like, well, Aquaman sucked ass in those movies. He looked like crap to me. The only true Aquaman was the yellow was the proper Aquaman at the end of Aquaman Part 1, which now he doesn't have that costume in Part 2. No. So it's like I want the real character. If you think the real character is cheesy, then that's fine. You don't have to like it, but that is the character. That's just my opinion. Everyone can have their opinions on whatever they want. It's like I want naked He-Man or whatever, right? Like I want naked Conan. I want naked, Cull. Or that's why you get these people. It's like having armor on someone's like, like Aquaman, Aquaman, why does Aquaman have armor? How does he swim?
Yeah, why would he need armor?
Why would he need armor?
You could just dodge whatever. Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. Like people are thinking, oh, we're gonna make it look cool. It's like, but does this actually make sense? Like he's in underwater, like when the armor weigh him down and stuff. I don't know. It was weird.
Well, that was the Flash, right? The Flash.
I don't like the Flash. Yeah, they made a mistake. They said it was like some. I don't know. I thought that Flash costume sucks too.
It's made out of NASA bullshit. But our point was, I thought that was what the Speed Force was for. So
yeah, I don't know.
Because it was just the catch-all. It's the Speed Force that protects them.
How come Batman? Hey, how come Batman looks like Batman? Isn't this weird? The Justice League movie, Batman looks good. Wonder Woman looks good, right?
Well, Batman's an easy sell. It's all black. It's like it's not out there colors, right?
Right, but they didn't armor him up. They made him normal.
But the thing is Batman? That's not my Batman. It's like they'll never do blue and gray because he's all black. That's it. You don't even have a yellow insignia. It's just all black. It's like it's the least offensive thing for people who are like too cool for school. It's an all black suit done. It's like if they were all black, there wouldn't be a problem,
Right. Yeah, if they're all just in black or whatever.
It's like, oh, it looks cool now. It's not like that corny red that Wonder Woman wears. It's like, what are you talking about?
What's Jordan saying? It's really not corny if it's from the comics. Yeah, I mean, like, Namor's truth. Come on, stop it, stop it. Namor.
The way they'll make it probably.
Namor predates Aquaman.
He's a timely character.
He's a timely character.
He's the first of all the Marvel characters, I think.
Namor's the first Marvel character. Yes, he is the first. Bill Everett, baby. Yeah. And I have an Aquaman tattoo. So you're not like.
And what's he wearing on your tattoo?
He's wearing the real Aquaman costume, not the bullshit armor costume. The real Aquaman costume. Except though, I pulled a little bit of a thing. He's got the beard and long hair.
Yeah.
The reason I did the beard and long hair is that it's the Peter David Aquaman look.
Yeah.
And I thought that looked really cool to me. And then Aquaman in that series actually lost. He actually lost the
armor.
Does he have both hands on your tattoo?
He does have. I gave him the yellow. Yeah, he has both hands. So if we do Aquaman,
didn't do the water hand.
Peter David, you can see he got. This is where he got rid of the. So this is the Peter David Aquaman.
Right. I remember seeing that one.
So he looks like this for a while. Right. So this is the tattoo that I have of the beard, long hair, and the orange. But then he loses his hand, and then he gets this costume.
Harpoon thing, yeah.
Well, he had the water hand. I like the water hand a lot.
Yeah, I remember that too.
See, he had the water hand.
I would love to see that as well.
Yeah, I'd love to see it too. So this is the Aquaman that I really like as well because of the storyline. I obviously I prefer original costume Aquaman. But yeah, so let's take a look at Namor. Namor Invaders. Oh shit, no, Invaders 29. Oh, there you go. So like this is like, him fighting Cap, right? So this is the Chip Zdarsky one. He still has the naked chest and stuff, right? So it's a little bit, more.
He's got under boob, yeah.
This is Namor to me, this picture right here.
Yeah.
So I've got a figure of this Namor as well.
Now, J-Man, do you think or do you want him to have wings on his ankles.
Oh, wings on the ankles, 1,000%. I was gonna do that. Okay, so
They're not gonna do that, man.
the hook head would be very interesting. But no, Namor needs to have the wings on his feet. That's his thing. I was gonna have. Okay, so I love Namor. I wanted a tattoo of Namor, but because he's a naked man, for those who have tattoos, if you do like human, like peach colored Caucasian man colors on a tattoo, it instantaneously fades into your skin. Yeah. Like I've got Hawkeye and Jean. Who else has a lot of skin? Like Wonder Man. Like his skin is now just my skin. She did tattoo like facial color, but it just gets eaten away. So Namor would be terrible. It would literally just be green underwear and an outline. So I actually thought to do the wings on my heels, but the wings on your heels is really from Hermes, right? It's not really Namor per se. Okay, so Marcus, what am I looking at? Avengers number 2. All right, let's take a look. Avengers number 2. This was the most current Namor, the one I showed you, Invaders, though. Namor, Avengers number 2.
Namor, truth, is technically a mutant. He's technically the first one. I don't think they've made a big deal about that in the comics.
Well, the one series that I collected was called Namor the First Mutant.
No, okay.
Yeah, so you're talking about this or whatever, or you're talking about. I have the figure of this. I have this action figure, this blue. I have the figure of that. That's one of the action figures I have. Yeah, so if you go to Namor the First Mutant, boom, I've got this whole series right here. The art in this was great. Look at that. That is awesome, man. I love that. So yeah, this series was really great. He was fighting these underwater vampire creature thingies. See, look, they did like the cover was the naked Namor, but like the art in this was amazing. Like it was. I'm trying to like look at that. That was really cool.
Are you showing this or no? Because I don't see shit.
Oh, sorry, guys. I forgot.
I was like, what the hell is he? Who's he talking
to?
Sorry.
So this is from the art. This is art from the pages. I thought it was up for some reason. I hit stop sharing. Yeah, like this is art from Namor the First Mutant. That's cool, eh? Like this was really nice. So I've got all this individually. I got every single issue.
They'll do something like this with the V-neck bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you look at X-Men Red,
yeah.
There's Namor. That's Rob Liefeld's art. So that's how we looked at X-Men Red. So I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, Namor's the first mutant ever. I'm looking at, I don't know what's badass. I don't know what like to me, regular Namor is badass. Namor Avengers 2018. Which one is it? This? That's basically the Invaders costume. This is badass Namor right here. Yeah, if you're talking about this is Chip Zdarsky's Invaders comic. This was actually very good. If anyone wants to read it, it's very good. Yeah, so, I like this. This is the real Namor. Boom, right here.
So are you? Because I'm not excited for any of this in MCU at this point. Like this Wakanda Forever thing sounds like a giant mess.
Yeah, it sucks.
No, they've done these movies where they set up other movies before, but like it's like I think they're gonna have a version of Reed Richards in Doctor Strange 2. They're going to like a version, so whatever, and they're gonna have like hints at Doctor Doom in Wakanda Forever. They're gonna have Namor in Wakanda Forever. They'll have a whole bunch of stuff. No Black Panther, like another person, I guess. I don't care. They need to rebrand quickly, like with big names. It's like everyone loves the X-Men. Just do X-Men, you know. It's like, stop hinting at things. Why are you hinting at the Fantastic Four in a movie? Just have a movie. What's the problem with doing that? Like, it's like they're stuck in their habit of hinting at things. Like, we're going to hint at things. Do you have to hint at things, or just make the damn thing?
Right, make the movie.
Why are you hinting? Like, just cast it.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
There might be X-Men, or make X-Men. Hi, Marvel, announce it now. Fantastic Four movie 2024.
Yeah, we're canceling everything else, and we're just making Fantastic Four and X-Men
And
to
X-Men,
get
right.
back on our feet, and then we'll make other weird shit, you know? Yeah.
not your Namor. Which Namor comics have you read? Because I have almost the entire run of the originals, and I have all the Golden Age ones on Comixology, and I have every Tales to Astonish that Namor appeared in, up until Invaders, which is the last thing I read with Namor. Let me know, Marcus, which ones you got, which comics you have of Namor.
It seems MCU didn't have a plan after Endgame.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's continuing to go. I still haven't watched Eternals. So
Come on, join us.
no,
Join
you guys
us.
just made it sound miserable. Why the hell would I watch it? And now
It's pretty
Jordan's
miserable,
saying,
yeah.
Oh, this is exactly the movie. You see how this-
my father saw it. So my father saw it.
Yeah.
And he was why I said, well, what'd you think? And he came up with probably what you guys said, but he came up with it in one line. He said it was dark and preachy.
Yeah. Look,
It was a
you
dark
see,
and
how,
preachy
you,
night.
see how you see how you can't see anything here? That's
Yeah.
Eternals. Like, and I'll give this credit to Zack Snyder. Justice League is dark as shit, but I can still see everything clearly.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it on the same TV. Like, this isn't a different TV that I have. I don't change the settings. Justice League is a dark movie. We all watch it. It's dark. But there's never any point in time where I couldn't see what was happening in Justice League. And it's a dark movie. You can have dark look, not dark setting, not dark tone. Like, you can have a movie look dark, but I can't see anything in Eternals. It's crazy. It's crazy. I can't see. I'm like, what is happening, right? Like, I mean, look, I can see, obviously. Look, we can see. I'm not being stupid. I can see what's going on. But it's so bland and garbage looking. It's like there's no visual aesthetic to it. And this was supposed to be a visual movie. Jordan, you saw it. What could you see anything that was going on in that movie? Don't waste 2 hours. Oh God. Bring a variant Black Panther so they'll have a new Black Panther and still respect Chadwick, hopefully. Oh, a variant of Black Panther? Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
At this point, does it even matter? Like, Disney has really shit the bed in the last year. I don't really know, like, all the goodwill that they built up over those years, they shattered it like very quickly.
Look, it's a screenshot from Eternals. That's the screen. Remember that scene in Eternals, Sean? That was awesome. Okay, hold on. Let's look because I do love to beat up this movie, but I want to look at it for just a second. Okay, where's like a scene? Can we see like a scene? Okay, here's a scene. Okay, you can see who everyone is there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a better. There's not really any scenes of the movie. That was in the scene? Was it?
No scenes in the
There's
movie.
no scenes from the movie. I can't find any scenes. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. Like, this is a scene, but look, that's Wonder Woman, right? Like, I see what's.
I don't know who his DP is, but they're pretty good at lighting the characters.
Like,
Yeah, I don't recall in
This did not
Justice
happen.
League
Yo, this
ever
is a
saying
lie.
there. Like,
Yeah.
I don't recall watching any of Zack Snyder's films. Like, I can't see the characters. Like, even if it's night, I don't ever recall ever saying that.
No, because Zack Snyder can still shoot a camera. Okay, look, this is not in the movie.
That's the
This
way
is-
it was on set.
Yeah,
but
this
then
is a
they
lie.
put like 10 filters on it. And it's like,
This is a disgusting lie. This did not happen. In this movie. This is the movie. This is literally the movie. Like, this might be better. No, this is still somewhat clear. This is such a lie. I can't believe it. Look, it's look. Oh, what is that? There's 6 lights. There are 4 lights. Remember from Star Trek?
yeah.
It's like there's 6 lights. That's
the
it.
Team of the Shrew episode, yeah.
Okay, this might be a scene in the movie where there's the sun was out for one. There's a couple of parts that the sun is out. It's mostly like this. Like, look, what is this? That's a hand, by the way.
Even that doesn't make sense anyways in the movie. Like, the world would still be messed up from that. You know?
I know if that hand came out of the ground, we would be destroyed.
Like, how much water is displaced there? And like, if you're doing this, like the Earth opens up, wouldn't the Earth's crust then come, like the core of the Earth come up and you're done?
You're dead. Yeah.
You
Okay. So
didn't think anything from this movie through. It's so stupid.
This is the best. Okay.
And I'm trying. What? Yeah, it's true.
They don't. So, but they're like, oh, we have to. It's like we can't interfere. It's like, but you interfere all the time, and then and then you don't interfere when we need you. They only interfere when we don't need them to interfere.
Yeah, right now on YouTube, of course, you're now getting the wave of contrarians and people saying, you know what, I liked it, you know, that kind of thing. It's like, right. I don't know what the hate's about. I love it, that kind of thing. And I'm trying to, honest to God, I'm trying to see what their viewpoint is, and that I can't find it. It's a bad, miserable sit. It's like it's written by aliens. It's like nothing fits. None of the emotion. It's like they keep using the word humanistic, but there's nothing humanistic or warm in any of this movie. Things happen because the script tells them to do something. It's like Circe and Icarus have the first sex scene in Marvel movies. I guess that's supposed to say they're in love, but it's just they're just doing it. I don't know. Right? They're not. They don't seem like they're in love at all. You know, it's just dumb. Just what the hell? Like you were saying, J-Man. What's his name? What's the guy's name?
Icarus,
the Indian guy. I can't remember his name in the movie, but he was like you know, like I'm with you all the time, like, you know, like
never saw that.
Yeah, we never saw that because he's this big Indian movie star, and he loves, like, you know, Bollywood and stuff. And then Icarus is like, I'm going to do this other thing and destroy the world. And he goes, I'm with you all the way. It's like, why? Why? Who are these characters? What's his mindset then if he wants to do this, but he also wants to be a movie star? What is going on? Like, nothing fits. I don't know what your themes are that you defenders of this movie are talking about. What the hell are you talking about?
They can't defend it. I've tried to fight with people in this movie. They can't. They actually have, because there's actually no defense.
Yeah.
Like, you can try to defend other movies that I don't like, and you might have a defense with them, right? Like, okay, Marcus likes this armored Neymar, he thinks it looks cooler. Okay, so I can't argue that. If someone thinks that looks cooler, what am I supposed to say, right?
Yeah.
It's like, but what is
in the text of the film?
In the text of the film of Eternals, what is happening? And nothing makes sense.
Yeah, that's the only way to argue. It's like that's a university thing. It's like, listen, like, in the film, show me in the film.
Yeah.
What you're telling me. Are you just pinning stuff from your head, like, into this movie? You're reading stuff into it? That's not that doesn't jive with me. It's like, if the movie doesn't suggest it and the movie doesn't show it, then it doesn't exist.
Right. And Sean and I and Steve, I think, has some too. We all own Bollywood movies. I own a shit ton of Bollywood movies.
There was literally a Bollywood movie playing next door to us when we watched Eternals. Because they're in mainstream theaters here. Like, so yeah.
No, I'm not confident about anything until it happens.
No.
Look, I like Spider-Man.
It's not Sony.
The Spider-Man No Way Home fixed. Look, let's just tell the facts here. The two big bullshit things of the Tom Holland Spider-Mans are, number one, everything is great and cheery for him. Nothing ever bad ever happens. And number two, he's Iron Man's protege.
Yeah.
Look, if you just say quickly, what's wrong with Tom Holland Spider-Man? Boom, boom. That's your 2 points. Does everyone agree with that?
Yes.
That's two of them.
No, but I mean, like, what's the real 2 points? Like, do you have another point that's bad, Steve?
He's not a man.
Okay, so right.
Well, like, it's not the world of Spider-Man.
It's not the world of Spider-Man.
Like, there's no Uncle Ben. Good God.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Well, Uncle Ben is the nothing bad has happened, right? So
right.
It's like, So it's like those are the two things. Yeah, and then Jameson is not there now. He's different. There's things. Yeah, he's still in high school forever. So there's little things like, but he was in high school in the comics at some point, even if it was only for 1 hour. I'm talking about like he was an independent hero. He doesn't need other people to tell him. That's number one. So No Way Home fixed those two things because now he will be independent going forward. He's no longer tied to Iron Man, and a lot of bad stuff happened to him in this movie. So there you go. So that fixed the two big things. Now the rest of it, you could still say, well, now there's more problems because now this character is not around, and now this is so you could still nitpick stuff, but you can nitpick every movie.
So J-Man.
Yeah.
Sorry. When are we going to discuss Book of Boba Fett?
Oh yeah, we can talk about Book. Let's talk about Book in just 1 second. Hold on. So are we confident about Fantastic Four? No, because Marvel and Steve says this all the time about like buying credits. So it's like you do a good movie, I'll watch the next one. If the next one sucks, you still had one good one and one bad one. So you've reset yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the problem is that Marvel is just killing all the good stuff. It's like, I actually like Shang-Chi. That's probably it. Really?
I liked Shang-Chi. I liked WandaVision.
Yeah.
I liked Hawkeye. Most of Hawkeye.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like Loki was awful. What If was like the most awful thing of all time. Falcon and Winter Soldier was disappointingly bad. What else is out?
Black Widow was
Black Widow sucks.
Sucked.
Eternals is like god awful. Eternals is the worst superhero movie ever, I think, maybe. I have
that
to
or
think about
Superman
that.
Returns.
Oh, it's worse than
pretty
Superman
bad.
Returns. It's worse than Superman Returns.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Oh yeah, because Superman
I can't
Returns still
sit
has.
through Superman Returns.
I know, but like Superman himself looks good. Like I like his face. he looks and he does, and he. I think Superman Returns. They just didn't know what to do. They thought that they were doing Christopher Reeve, but they weren't because it was.
They
boring.
weren't.
It was boring.
My God, none of those movies were that miserable.
Right, yeah, this is like Superman Returns is a
Holy crap.
miserable mess.
Yeah.
Oh, like, and I always we beat up. I and somebody asked me, are you going to take Zack Snyder Justice League or Eternals? I'll take Zack Snyder's Justice League in 1 second over Eternals because Eternals was boring and awful. I don't. At least Zack Snyder Justice League had cool fights with the heroes. There wasn't even cool fights in Eternals.
Yeah, Steppenwolf picks up a horse.
Yeah,
it's like that's I'm done.
Yeah, Steppenwolf is awesome. Steppenwolf is the best character in that movie. Let's face the facts. Everybody knows that. Look, Darkseid and Steppenwolf were the best things in that movie, and Gal Gadot, I guess. But like literally, it's like those are those are the three things for me in that movie. I actually thought the Sod looks pretty neat.
Yeah.
He didn't do it. He didn't do much. I wish he would have done a bit more. But anyway, but no. I can't say anything positive about Eternals. Sprite was okay. They gender swapped her and she was okay though. She was like the best thing. I think.
Yeah.
I wish Icarus would have killed everybody, and then I would have been a lot happier. I really wish he would have just killed everybody and just been like, I hate everybody in the world and kills them all, and then I'd be like, this is awesome. But because that didn't happen, obviously. So unfortunately, it is what it is. The Book of Boba Fett. What's everyone's thought? I thought he was going to be read. I mean, we'll see what's going on with that.
No, that's what Marcus is saying. And now everyone's confirming that he is cast in it. So he's probably going to, like that Krasinski guy. So he's probably going to play a version of Reed.
Right. Okay, the Book of Boba Fett. What did you guys think of that?
I'll let Sean go first.
I'm getting angry at the YouTube hate machine. So like, look, I thought I was entertained. I thought it was cool. When I think ahead, this is the problem with what they're doing, right? When I think ahead to like, they want to make a Bo-Katan series and all that stuff. I would like them to do something else, not another Mandalorian character. But I think it was cool. It was a lot of action. I'm going to reserve judgment for everything till the end of this series.
Yeah, I mean, look, Slave One. I don't care what it's called now.
Fire Spray.
It's
Fuck's sake.
Fire Spray.
Yeah, they're changing it because it has the word slave in it.
Trust me, I'm not. But I only talk. I always talk honest. I'm not, and like, I'm not talking about ruination of characters because Eternals, I'm just talking about a movie. If you sat down and watched a movie, there's nothing exciting in Eternals. Like
No.
there is exciting things in Justice League, like the battles, like even the first. I don't think anything in Justice League makes sense. It's
No.
a bit brutal, but the fights, like the battle when Steppenwolf comes in, and the Amazons are fighting. Even my wife was reading her manga. She just reads manga while I watch stuff, and then she was like, "Oh, this looks pretty good." Like she was looking up and like, "Oh, this looks pretty good," right? That's all cool. All the fights are cool. And I don't have a problem with Superman in the black costume if it was just for the regeneration part and then he was normal afterwards. But anyways, we're not getting into that. So yeah, no, I'm not a closet fan of it. I'm being very kind. But yeah, Eternals, because it's a boring movie. Number one offense is boring movie.
Yeah.
It's like characters, we can get into it. It's like, but it's boring. It's just a boring movie.
Yeah, if we see it on IMAX and everything in the best possible setting and it's still boring, then it's boring. It's boring. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I always pick the exact seats. We got the perfect IMAX seats. We got the perfect IMAX seats, surround sound.
I mean, I'm trying to watch it on D Plus and I'm halfway through and it's tough, man. It's a tough sit. It's just
tough.
Yeah.
It is tough. It's very tough. And like, I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't know what happened. I'm really disappointed in it because I don't know what happened. Look, Black Widow's a shitty movie, but there's some cool action. I like Yelena and Black Widow, like, or whatever, Natasha together, kind of talking and being sisters. I like that. I thought that was cool. And there's some good fights when Taskmaster, the real Taskmaster in the beginning before they swapped it at the end or whatever, when he fought whatever Black Widow, that was really cool. I liked her going, globetrotting and doing like getting like a team. Oh, we got to break out Red Guardian and get him and all that. I like that. That's neat, right? And then the ending's garbage. But okay, but like the first hour is not garbage, right? But Eternals, it's all just like you're just like, okay, when is you're waiting for something to happen that you care about. That's the problem. You're just waiting. You're like, okay, so they're together, yeah. Okay, talking. It's like, I already know what's going on. Like, move on with it. Yeah. And then the Celestial literally does a 10-minute exposition dump, and people in the theater were really like antsy. It's just, you're just like, oh, like this is so bad. It's like, I'm the Celestial. I have created you to this. It's like, what is happening here? He's literally telling you the whole story.
I think there's I think there's a line of thinking in Hollywood still to this day that like anyone can make a fantasy or action picture, right? Anyone can make these stupid tentpole things. There's still a sort of look down your nose at this kind of thing. And there is a skill and art to it. Like just because you make an Oscar-winning like artsy-fartsy movie doesn't mean that you're a master of all film and all storytelling.
Right.
You're probably not. You're probably just good at that. Right? You can't just, I mean, like, people watch this and watch the dailies and even read the script and said, why is everyone explaining shit constantly? When I watched it, like, halfway through, like, the second viewing, I was like, you didn't even need that crawl in the beginning because the crawl is a lie anyways. It's the movie telling you. The movie's lying to you. Because everything in that crawl isn't true. So it's like, and they all repeat it anyways in the opening scene when Cersei and Sprite are in that in that
whatever
party.
That temple or whatever.
And every so often they talk about what they did in the past to Black Knight, and it's like, well, they explain it here. Why do we need that crawl? Like a lot of stuff got past quality control. If there is that anymore, it's just really bad. It's like when Erisham started talking for like 5-10 minutes, I was like, that's bad. That's a big sign that you're in trouble. Because he's supposed to be a big mysterious guy. He's giving up his entire plan. Why? Why is he so like verbose? Like, what's going on?
It was so uncomfortable in the theater. It was like 10 minutes. You're like, stop it. Like, shut up. Like,
yeah,
stop
it's like,
talking.
Oh, we need to go to the planet Olympus. Like, the planet Olympus doesn't exist. It's like, and the audience is like, yeah, but your opening crawl made by the fucking filmmakers said it existed. What's happening? why did you lie then? Why even have that crawl? What's going on? Like, how bad is your movie? Like,
No, yeah, the credits lie to you, right? Like it's literally the words are coming up saying there is a planet Olympus where the Eternals live, and then it's like there is no Olympus. It's like, but wait, but no, the credits told me that. It's like saying, when you're watching a movie and it's like, 10 hours earlier, and then it says like the Pentagon 9:03 a.m. and then it's like, ha, that really wasn't the Pentagon. No, you can't do that. Like you can't lie on the credits. Like,
that's like the whole village thing for me. It's like in the beginning there's a little thing at the bottom saying like it's 1800 blah blah. Yeah. It's like, and then it's not. It's like, well, the movie lied to me then. Like you couldn't even convey this through the dialogue or like the characters.
Yeah,
like that's so stupid. That's a cheat.
That's a very bad cheat. It's very offensive too, because I didn't know anything about Eternals. I didn't read the comics beforehand. This is the one time I didn't read those comics. I read the first issue. Yeah. So I already kind of knew, but they're like, oh, so you're reading the credits or the crawl, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess that's cool. And then it's like, oh, that's not it. It's like, but you said that it was that. I'm like, and then I'm actually confused because I'm like, wait, is this? Because I thought maybe the characters are lying.
Yeah,
because you wouldn't think that the information that the filmmakers gave you is the lie.
But like, why wouldn't it be? They're lied to, of course, we know that. Right. So why wouldn't when Cersei, there's a whole scene where Cersei is explaining stuff to Dane Whitman, and she's saying she's explaining herself. So why wouldn't in that scene she'd be like, we're from the planet Olympus. We came here to protect Earth, but only in certain circumstances as directed by this asshole. Right. And that's it. You don't need the crawl. And then when she goes to meet Erisham, she's like, oh, Planet Olympus. Like, Planet Olympus doesn't exist. I'll tell you the whole plan. Hold on. Oh, blah, blah, blah. You're a robot and all that stuff. It's like, oh, my God.
Okay, yeah. That Celestial talking for 10 minutes was the most absolute worst thing ever. I can't believe how absolutely garbage that was. And it's so long. And I'm like, why is the Celestial literally telling you everything that's going on?
Yeah, why would that be?
Why is this happening?
Just because for my sake, or
and then the other thing, it's like, why did they even bother? Yeah, I don't like. They did, and even filming it and chopping it up and doing like a Pulp Fiction or like a or like a Memento, like they're going back and forth and stuff. It's like, why is that even happening? They're from the planet Dumbass. And it's like they literally go back. What's her face dies, and it's like, am I supposed to care about this right now? Yeah. And then they're flashing back. It's like, but she's already dead. Why would you do this? You flash back to get information. You don't flash back as a twist. It's like, oh, look, she's dead. It's like, well, she should have died in the middle. Had they shot it in order or edited it in order, it would have been a shocker, right? That would have changed the whole movie. Because what's her face, Ajax would have died in the middle of the film, and you'd be like, oh, what's going on here? I thought she was going to do something, and then it would have flipped the whole next part of the movie into this whole like, oh shit, there's a killer among us or something, right?
No, but that is what happened, right?
No, she dies early on.
They go back to that ranch, and then they find her dead, and then
that's the beginning.
And then Icarus, so Icarus is like, oh, the deviants got her. And then, right, and then I reveal what really happened later on. But it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I read I knew what happened.
No, but what I'm saying is that no. So what I'm saying is they shouldn't have even had any of that happen. It should have just been they land on Earth 5000 BC. Mm-hmm. They help the humans and do their stuff and do the whatever they got to do. And then it's like 5000 BC, and then it's 4000 BC, and then it's whatever. So you count down to 0 or whatever, and then you go to AD, and then I don't know what year it was where Ajax is killed, whatever it is. Then you show it. So when you're watching the film, it happens in the middle of the movie. She's killed in modern times.
She's killed in modern times.
Okay, so let's say it's 1960 or something or whatever, right? So like,
in modern times, she's killed today. Okay. In the time of the movie, in
the time of the movie. But if we're watching it as an audience, that would have happened at the 1 hour mark, not in the beginning. Because when it happens in the beginning, everything that flashes back, I'm like, well, I don't care about this because she's dead, so who cares?
Yeah.
Right. It's supposed to be a big twist reveal, but it would have been better to just happen because it would have been a shocker for us as an audience because we'd be like, oh shit, she's dead.
I was confused because we saw in the trailer that there's a scene where she tells Icarus, "Oh, it's going to happen in like 6 days or whatever the hell it was," and they didn't get to that scene till after she died. So yeah, I see what you're saying. It was weird.
It's weird.
Yeah,
like it's
like once again, it's what I'm saying. I get that. I can't remember her name. I get that she's an Oscar-winning
Zoe
filmmaker,
or something,
and people respect like her style of filmmaking. But once again, you can't do anything you want. It's like you're not a master of all audiovisual storytelling,
right?
So like she couldn't handle this. That's all.
This was not the movie.
In time, she probably can, but like this was a way overreach of her abilities, especially in terms of like narrative structure.
Yeah, this was not the movie for this person to make. This wasn't like Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson is a super nerd. If you watch all of Peter Jackson's movies, his first movies were stop motion stuff. He loves Harryhausen, right? All that. It's like he's a nerd. He did the Dead Alive zombie movies. He did that weird Meet the Feebles with the puppets and all that.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson makes weird movies that are very fantastical and crazy. So him doing Lord of the Rings and Hobbit is perfect because he's crazy. And he's a nerd. He's like, I'm gonna.
He respects the material.
He respects the material.
How do we bring this to life on the screen?
Right.
It can't just be the book. How do we make this character sing? How do we make this character trait work? Yeah.
Right. And that's why you get Peter Jackson. So then all of a sudden, this big trend of let's hire these like indie filmmakers. It's like, okay, but hold on a second. Let me. You
gotta have a track record of it. Did she make Bad Taste, or did she make a ponderous meditation on life?
I'm back.
Yeah,
Arkham is back. Hey, yeah. So we're just making fun of Eternals, and God, we're still making fun of Eternals. I love it.
It's trash. Anyway.
Yeah, it's trash. I don't get tired of it. I actually don't get tired of beating up Eternals. I think because I was so surprised. I was literally surprised because look, every Marvel movie, there's some shit ones, but you know what? You're like, yeah, there's some cool parts. The fights are cool. Right? Like it's like, or something, like Black Widow's a shit movie, but the fights are cool in the beginning. I like Yelena. It's like, there's something going on. Even Falcon and Winter Soldier, the first 2 episodes where they teamed up and went and fought, that was cool. Right? The first 2 episodes of Falcon where they were actually fighting together and teaming up, that was cool. Then it became garbage. But Loki kind of had an interesting idea, but Loki was garbage in it. So like, but there's nothing in Eternals that's good. The costumes suck. The costumes are so awful. Like the scene where Icarus.
On that note, I'm logging off.
All right.
Take care, guys. I'll talk to you again soon.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Where Icarus went. All right. Let's talk about Book of Boba Fett. So I didn't mind this episode. I thought it was pretty neat. Slave One attacking the Sarlacc was kind of a cool scene.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty neat. You got to go. All right, see a skeptic. Peter Jackson's. Yeah. Oh yeah, Tintin. I like Tintin. Did you like Tintin? The cartoon.
Yeah, I like Tintin. Well, I grew up on Tintin, right? So
yeah, I like the cartoon.
Yeah, it was cool. I thought there should have been more finality to it, but I get what they were doing. I was worried with you because like I thought you were going to complain about, but as soon as we came out the theater, you're like, that was the most adventure movie.
Yeah, it was super pumped up.
And I was like, I'm glad you love it, but yeah,
I thought it was super cool. And my wife really liked it too because she read Tintin and all that, so I liked it. Oh, this is
the Nelvana series was awesome because it was exactly the books, right? So
what's with all the bots?
I don't know.
Like that, there's been a lot of bots coming on my channel, not just like a certain channel. It's like been everywhere.
Yeah, I don't even have that many subs. Like,
me either.
A lot of bots coming on my channel. I got under 1,000, so that it doesn't go anywhere. Right?
It's kind of confusing.
Yeah, like it's like why
I don't have 1,000 freaking followers, so I don't understand why I'm getting it when I'm playing freaking video games.
Yeah, I seen your stuff, Arkham. You stream for like hours playing video games. Like, why is that getting nailed? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Book of Boba Fett. Look, it's been up and down. I'm totally cool with it. I think it's fun. Let's see where it goes. Look, Boba Fett gunned down those guys in 2 seconds. It's like he flew over top of that. Yeah, those bots are. I know. Yeah, I know. Clobberin. Yeah. Now Clobberin Times has over 1,000 sub, so he's more open.
He
to
gets
getting
bots every so
he gets
often on
bots,
the yeah.
But Boba Fett, okay, so yeah, Boba Fett, he came in Slave One and gunned those guys down. That was awesome. He's like,
Yeah,
just
paid back everyone and yeah,
paid everyone back. I like that. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I think there's just too much of a microscope on this show because
Yeah.
everything else about Star Wars is sort of up in the air and kind of sucks.
Right.
So this will be the only time this is mentioned, but so I do read the High Republic. I stalled on I have to read the last book. So there's a phase 1 is ending, and I'll read the last big main novel for that. But they're saying now that phase 2 is going back further, so it's not continuing from phase 1. They're going back further hundreds of years before, which I thought they should have done anyways, because High Republic only takes place 200 years before the prequels. And I was like, well, that's weird. There's not a lot of leeway there.
Right.
So now they're going back. But because they're going back so far, I kind of don't care anymore. It's like, I like some of the characters in High Republic, and you're not even going to... It's like, High Republic sucks anyways.
Right.
But, like, there's some guys I like, and now you're saying that you're going to abandon all that and go back 700 or 1,000 years or whatever the hell it is. So I don't care about phase 2. So now they've killed that. It's like, even the small amount of people that was following High Republic, like, I see them on these chats, they feel betrayed. So you slap them in the face, and it's like the small 500 people that that you've been trying to...
I mean, High Republic, there's a couple of Star Wars comics in the top 50. I think there's 1 or 2.
Oh, yeah?
But basically...
I gave up on the comics because the books are really where the story is. So
okay, so I read the first 3 issues or something of High Republic. And, I mean, it was fine. But it's just I wasn't very interested in it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just fine. But that's my thing with all Star Wars novels. I've never felt that novels are the best thing for Star Wars, but they make so many of them, right? Like when I was a kid and I read the Timothy Zahn Thrawn trilogy, I didn't like them at first for a long time, but I read them because it's Star Wars. It's like you voraciously consume Star Wars stuff. To me, Star Wars is audiovisual, fast-paced, ships flying. It's hard to convey all that in books, right?
Right.
And they tend to come off as Star Trek-ish, which is great, but that's for Star Trek, right? Like when they're problem solving and they're working out solutions, there's lots of techno babble, and I'm like, well, I mean, that's cool, but this is Star Wars,
I think, look, you know what? I think for me, Star Wars is a live action property.
Yeah.
I just can't get into any of the cartoons. I do own all of Clone Wars on Blu-ray, so I will watch it.
Yeah.
For me, it's a live action property, so I look at the live action stuff first. So it's like I know that Boba Fett. I do have the Bounty Hunter series of books, and I have
those are cool. They're short stories. That's what it was.
And I've got the Tales of Jabba's Palace, and I've got the Tales of the Bounty Hunters. So for the novels, I'm looking at them right now. I've got
I just have vintage stuff. So the 3 Lando Calrissians, the Han Solo books,
Green
Splinter
Lantern,
Mind's Eye, stuff like that.
Hold on, dude, this is the easiest question of all time. Green Lantern is better than Eternals.
Oh yeah,
I didn't mind Green Lantern.
It's
he goes
fun.
on Oa and he gets the ring and he fights guys.
It's the checkbox version of Green Lantern.
Yeah,
it's just
a
that they couldn't tell a story coherently.
Arkham, what do you think? Eternals or Green Lantern movie? Are you still?
I don't know.
Arkham, you're there. Arkham, are you there? Your mic's off if you're talking. I don't know, maybe he's stuck.
Yeah, he's doing something.
Yeah, so I would say Green Lantern over Eternals 100,000%, like easy.
He makes a Hot Wheels track.
Yeah. Okay, so Arkham,
I don't know why, but yeah.
Do you think Arkham? Do you like Eternals or Green Lantern movie? Which one would you rather watch?
You with us?
That can't be this hard of a That can't be that hard. Eternals was boring and awful.
I would probably pick Green Lantern.
Yeah, come on. Okay, here's the big one. Here's the big one for Arkham. You know what my answer is. Okay, Batman and Robin or Eternals?
What?
For me, it's Batman and Robin. Easy.
I can't pick Batman and Robin.
You're gonna pick Eternals over Batman and Robin?
Like I might not like it, but like I just don't like the movie a lot with Batman Robin. It's just too goofy and stuff like that.
But Eternals is so boring, man. It's so
At least I'll have a good nap.
I guess so. I would definitely take Batman and Robin over that. I mean, okay, so I would take Highlander 2 over Eternals. Everyone now knows me as the Highlander 2 guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the poster back up. I had it in my room. I had the poster in my room, and I took it down, but I should put it back up. Oh no way! That are you? What? Eternals is better than Dark Knight Rises? No way. Arkham, what do you think about that one?
I might not like Dark Knight Rises, but I have to disagree with that.
No, I gotta disagree with you on that one, dude.
I might not like certain parts of like Dark Knight Rises, how he like made Batman like the symbol of hope and stuff like that. I hated that.
Yeah.
But like, I just didn't like Eternals. I just have to pick Dark Knight Rises.
Sean, what do you think? Dark Knight Rises or Eternals? It's got to be Dark Knight Rises.
Well, Dark Knight Rises. I don't like it, but I can follow it and see it. So
yeah, no, Eternal. The Dark Knight Rises still has some cool parts, right? There's some neat things, right? But man, this Eternals is just too brutal. It's just a boring movie.
I'm trying to find the hot take that I agree with, and I can't find it. It's like I am desperately trying to like it, but I can't do it, man. It's bad. It's really bad. Like
Zack Snyder fanboy wants me to ban him from all streams. I don't know why. I'm not sure, because look at this garbage. Wonder Woman 84 is way better than Eternals.
I don't like either. Like I don't like either film, so I can't comment on that.
Yeah, but Wonder Woman still fights people and looks cool and has her lasso and flies around and
Wonder Woman 84 is more epic.
And the stuff in the beginning is awesome.
Like I don't necessarily agree with a lot of what they did, but
yeah, that's okay, Sean.
Damon, you stand alone on it. Like I've seen it multiple times. Like I get what you're saying, that the feeling and the tone is great.
It's like what I felt with Wonder Woman 1984 is like it had a lot of inspiration towards Linda Carter's Wonder Woman.
Yeah, and Linda Carter's the best.
And like
I think that's kind of an insult on, like, it's not like the Linda Carter Wonder Womans were exactly like that. Like you can still have that look and feel and still have the whole wish thing make sense or not even appear at all and just
like the one thing that I didn't like, to me it didn't feel like a sequel. That's like it felt like an Elseworlds movie to me more than a sequel, because some things don't make sense to me.
I think I think we have to remember too, because Wonder Woman herself is like immortal, right? So like somebody who lives that long, the way that time passes and the way they change or adapt as a character is completely different, right? Like it's like if you let's say you loved someone and then they passed away, and then maybe after a couple of years you finally are starting to get over it.
Marcus is coming after you, Jamie.
It's hot garbage. Yeah, whatever. I mean, Marcus and I agree on like maybe a couple of anime things and some manga. I think.
Yeah, Marcus thinks that Cassandra Cain's better than Batman.
Oh, that's silly talk. Like that's silly. I love Cassandra Cain, don't get me wrong, but no. Batman's Batman. These people got to stop it. Stop it with your Batman is not as good as this other character. Like
I respect his opinion, but don't go all over the internet just to let me change my opinion. Like I love Batman. Like he's the reason why my channel is built on the Bat family characters.
We know.
It has the Batman brand. You see, like the wallpaper, like it has Arkham Batman. Like the reason why I like Batman is because of the Arkham games and the animated series and everything like that. The animated series got me into comic books and stuff like that.
Which is what it's supposed to do, and that and everyone likes that animated series.
Yeah,
so it is the best. I saw your tier ranking. Like, it is the best.
In my case in point, like without Batman, you would not have Cassandra Cain. You would not have Nightwing. You would not have all these other characters that eventually happen in the universe of Batman.
Everything's important. Like Superman, you need Superman to get Batman, but then to get Superman, you do need a lot of other characters as well.
Yeah,
who lead
like,
Superman, right? Doc Savage is in there. Just like just like the idea
Scarlet
of comic
Pimpernel
books.
with the whole.
She's not
Yeah.
better.
and-
She's
yeah.
not better fighter than Batman. No, you
I mean,
cannot.
I mean, I know, like
That's ridiculous. Like Batman can beat Cassandra Cain. It's like
yeah, of
saying
course.
like he's Batman. Like he went for he went against gods and like he's beat Ra's al Ghul. He defeated the Corvallis. Like he's been against a tons of threat and saying like Cassandra Cain can beat him. It's like an insulting.
Yeah, look, I tend whenever these who can beat who things come up, that's always a nerd debate, right? So it just continues on. But the thing is that look, Batman is going to defeat when someone says who is stronger, is Thor stronger than Superman? Like, well, are they having an arm wrestling match? Like, I don't understand what you're talking about. When you say defeated, like Batman can defeat Cassandra Cain. And if he thinks that she's a better hand-to-hand fighter, then he'll beat her a different way. Like, it doesn't matter. But anyways, Batman, you just have to go with so I usually tend to go with the character that started it. So Batman is the first. So therefore, he's before Cassandra Cain, so he beats her. It's like otherwise there's no respect for the characters.
Yeah,
that's why I don't like this. You don't disrespect Batman by saying, "Oh, Batgirl" or someone.
Like I guess like Cassandra Cain. I don't think Cassandra Cain's suit is okay, but like I don't think like Barbara Gordon's bat suit is like inspired by Batman. So like it's not supposed to be very like. She's probably very threatening. So like I
know who Cassandra Cain is. I've seen all the costumes and all that.
Yeah, I've seen all the costumes. Like,
I know the costume, but this Cassandra Cain can copy moves and predict. I know, but okay. I'm gonna write a new character. He's called Shitface, and he can literally copy someone and then be better than them. That's his power. It's like, but that doesn't mean anything. Like that's why it doesn't mean anything. Look, if literally anyone who comes in as a writer, I just watched an hour-long J.M. DeMatteis interview with the Crawl Space guys from Spider-Man's Crawl Space, and literally he was when he was writing Spectacular Spider-Man, and they're like, just do whatever, right? So he's just like, okay, so what's that Frogman? Frogman? Have you seen Frogman, Sean? Right, the guy in the big frog suit. Yeah, so he took that character and made him a kind of an interesting character. He's like, his father was killed, and then he became Frogman, and it's like. That's a super shit character that nobody gave a goddamn shit.
You can do anything you want with characters.
You can do anything you want with characters. That doesn't mean that character is better than Spider-Man now. Like, you could say anything.
Just because the character is more dangerous, like Batman's went against Ra's al Ghul, the lead assassins. Those are dangerous characters, and he still kicked them freaking asses.
Arkham, take a couple. I can sense in your voice. It's fine. Take a breath. It's okay. Everyone knows Batman's the best.
He always
Superman's the best. Then Batman. Superman first, then Batman.
Superman's the best.
Then Batman. Then Batman.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with these characters, but I think they're all gonna get like a licensed off to like Marvel or something.
Oh my god!
I've said this before. Heed my words. Within this decade, they'll be licensed off to Marvel or somebody.
Yeah, no. We know Superman's the best, but Batman's the second best. But we're talking about Batman versus these other people. Superman is the best, and then Batman's the second best, and then for me, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, Hulk. That's kind of your best characters. For if you go DC, I would say Robin because I love Robin. I like Nightwing or whatever. I like all those guys. Henry Cavill's not against Rando. Oh, we're not. Skeptics just trying to get me. We're not getting into this. I'm not doing that. Skeptic just wants me to get angry or get.
He wants to start a war.
He wants to start a war with this, but everyone knows I don't like these movies. It's like they just want me to say it. If I ever do my tier ranking, you're good. Wonder Woman 1984 is going to be in the top tier with Wonder Woman 1. I'll put Wonder Woman
What was
84
it going
on
to be
top.
called? God tier or something like that?
It'll be called Wonder Woman. That it's so good that she has her own section or whatever. But we're gonna do. Clobby wants to do Highlander 2. He wants to talk about Highlander 2 because he never met anyone that likes Highlander 2. But Sean also likes Highlander 2, and Sean pretends that he doesn't like Highlander 2, but he knows he really likes it.
The one thing I'll say about the DCEU or like the Snyderverse or whatever like that,
Yeah.
I respect each interpretation, but the one thing that I don't like is I like Ben Affleck as Batman, but I don't like the storytelling where you like this is not just for the Snyderverse, but this was also in the Dark Knight Rises and stuff like that. I don't like the idea when movie makers make like Batman. Oh, he's near retirement and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
that.
I don't like the idea. Like you should have a Batman that's in his prime. Like the reason why I didn't like Dark Knight, I don't like the idea of Batman retiring. It's bullshit.
Yeah, they're overreaching and they're trying to figure out a way to do something with the character. And what's funny is that they never go with the obvious, which is why don't you have him solve like a clever crime or something like that. Like be a detective. Like construct a detective story. Get a detective writer to write your thing. Yeah. Construct something clever and have him solve all the clues over all the other people that are trying to do the same thing. Like that would be cool.
Yeah, like I want a Batman in his prime around like I guess 20s to 30s. I would say like usually around his 30s. That's when he's usually in his prime and he has a Bat family. I think everyone would be fine with that. I don't like this idea where you have an old Batman that's near retirement. Like, I don't know why people are okay with that, but why would you want, like, he's near retirement. Like, you would want those adventures of Batman that the clues that he's done or, like, the crimes that he's done and the adventures that he's done over the years have a prime the prime Batman that we all want, not near retirement that he's going to retire right now.
Dark Knight Returns ruined a lot of things, and that's one of them.
Yeah,
it's like Dark Knight Returns is great, but like people overemphasize it and go back to the well too much, and that's why you get all these movies where like Batman is old and about to retire and stuff.
Agree with you.
It's it's a great story, but don't always copy it. What the hell? It's not the only Batman story
this
ever
is what
told.
but Sean, you know, this is what they do, right? It's like they find the one thing and they keep going back to it.
Yeah,
and
it's like Star Trek kept trying to remake Wrath of Khan. It's like okay, well that's cool, but do something else.
No,
like, I understand people like the movie, but I just don't like the idea of Batman retiring. Like it's just stupid. Like the only thing that I will accept Batman retiring is for Batman Beyond in the comic books and stuff like that and TV shows.
Yeah, because they're saying that's way down the line, right?
But I'm fine with that. But don't make it like when you're introducing a universe or
because you want to see more with them.
Yeah, like
people are forgetting that Dark Knight Returns, the comic book, came out at a time where Batman sort of needed that little extra push and a little bit extra grittiness to kind of get him to the next level. Because I think maybe Batman was not as popular as he maybe was before. I don't know. Clobberin, I don't know if Clobby is still on here and if he knows about because he owned a comic shop, but so that gave Batman that push, and I really like Dark Knight Returns. So I'm just gonna tell you, I love it. I think it's great. But then it's like, oh, everything should be that. It's like, well, no, it's just like Christopher Nolan. He did a great Batman Begins, and then the other ones were like, okay, but then everyone's like, oh, let's make it like Nolan. Let's make it like Nolan. It's like, well, hold on a second. Like, there's other ways you can do Batman stories. It doesn't have to be gritty, realistic or whatever, right? Like, so it doesn't always have to be that, but we have to see where it's going to go. Like this Batman, I don't know. I don't like the villains. Like Catwoman in this picture that you have looks pretty good. Looks like Catwoman.
Oh, I thought you were talking about different Batman.
And I'm like,
so
she looks okay.
Like,
she looks okay in this thing. You never watched Luther and Idris Elba? What's that? Oh, Luther. Yeah, Sean watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
You saw the whole thing, right?
Yeah,
Sean?
that's cool. And I've always said that Die Hard 3 is a great Riddler movie.
Yes, we said
Because there's
that
like
in the
clues to like
theater.
figure out. Yeah.
We literally said, we were like, oh man, imagine if this was Batman with the Riddler. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Okay, guys, I'm gonna shut it down for now for today. We're gonna be live on Wednesday, and we're gonna do Jason and the Argonauts versus Clash of the Titans. I was watching this thing, and then Rob Ager, who does the film analysis videos that I love, he did an analysis of the Medusa scene in Clash of the Titans, and Ray Harryhausen's the greatest person who ever lived. So I'm like, we must do a Harryhausen thing. And I talked to the guys from the Action Elite. We're going to do on the Action Elite channel in February, and I've made a grid. We're doing the Tournament of Champions for Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. I've handpicked, well, me and Owen have handpicked the 8 best Van Damme movies that we think, and we're going to do a versus, like my style versus of space, and tournament. It's going to be a tournament, and we're going to determine what is the best Van Damme movie. That's going to be the Kumite of it. Kumite. Right. So, I just watched an interview with Frank Dukes where he explains how he could have gotten 56 KOs in a tournament that doesn't include 74 billion competitors, because for a tournament to work, he explains how the Kumite works. You should watch that.
There's some footage that surfaced recently. I haven't seen it yet. Where it's supposed to be like from the Kumite.
listen. He has said that he is not sure if that's him. The guy's old. And I mean, and that footage was garbage quality. You can't tell what's going on in that footage, okay? Anyways, it doesn't matter. Look, we're not going to discuss the merits of Frank Dukes or whatever right now, but we are going to discuss the Jean-Claude Van Damme Tournament of Champions movies. We're going to see which is the heavyweight champion Van Damme movie. So pick your favorites. I know who I'm rooting for, but we're not going to do it on my channel. Yeah.
Before you go, where you get what comic books are you gonna get
this week?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I wasn't quite, Marcus. I know you're wrong. So don't.
No, we know we're quiet because we're tired of this argument.
Cassandra, it's stupid because we all know I'm right.
Yeah, Batman wins. Just because Cassandra Cain doesn't beat Batman doesn't mean Cassandra Cain's a bad character. Yeah. Like, I don't think Daredevil could beat Batman, and Daredevil's one of my favorite characters of all time forever. So, okay, guys, that is it. We gotta go. So we will see you hopefully on Wednesday for the Clash of the Titans versus Jason and the Argonauts. I think that's going to be pretty fun. But all right, guys, take it easy.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.